Nation, what is good? Twitch family, how are y'all feeling today as well? Y'all already know what it is, man. Another edition of Bears football live calls. We're back for another season. Very excited to see what this team is going to bring. They take on the Cleveland Browns for their home opener in the preseason here. An interesting game because apparently we are going to see Deshaun Watson getting himself going in this game early on. If you have not done so, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love as you continue to do. Excuse me. Listen. This is going to be one that I think you're really just trying to key in and see what you're going to get from the rookie class that you have here. I wouldn't expect a ton. There's a couple of positions, of course, that we're going to be heavily tapped into coming into this game. But for the most part, right, it's just getting yourself back on the field, trying to get out of the game healthy, getting those pads popping and feeling good about what this team is going to be able to go out there and put on display. Left tackle competition. We got the word that Kiran Amegadjie was going to get the start for the Chicago Bears initially. And that's one where it's like, okay, we're going to see Kiran out there. What does he actually look like in real game scenario? Because I haven't seen it very often where, somebody looks horrible in practice and then they look good in the in-game scenarios. But maybe that will be the case this time around. Maybe that will be what Kiran will show, because the one advantage that he does have right now over Jedrick Wills is that he knows the system because he's been in the system before. To me, I think that will help him out a lot initially. But at the end of the day, it's really about who's going to show first and throughout the entire preseason who can make the fewest mental mistakes. That's really been the thing, right? The false starts, the pre-snap penalties, all of the issues that we saw with a lot of the new guys last year. We've seen those pop up yet again throughout training camp. And so your hope is that that left tackle position finally gets solidified with consistency from a position group mentally that has not been there since the loss of Ozzie Trapillo out there. Big shout out to everybody who is in the chat, man. Lord Crimson in the building. Bears Junkie in the building. Mikey Day in the building. Drop a bear down if you have not done so. And like I said, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love the way that you always find a way to do. This is going to be a very, very fun season. We're getting back to, I guess you could say, our roots in a lot of ways with this, because my plan for this season, unless something drastic were to change, is that we're going to be live for every one of these Bears games. Now, preseason early on is going to be a little bit difficult because with the preseason, next week I will be in Cincinnati. I will still keep you guys covered on everything that is happening with the team, but I'll be down in Cincinnati for the game, so I won't be able to go live for that game. I believe the team will handle that live in the new studio, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to that. We'll still keep you guys covered with everything. Excuse me. As far as the Bears coverage goes, and keeping the games covered and things like that. I don't know if it's going to be play-by-play. They don't play-by-play as well. Joe does an okay job with the play-by-play. Joe does a solid job doing the play-by-play, but I would say the one thing that you could expect is that you're going to see us here for just about every single game. And listen, if you're on the Twitch side, you should already know. And shout out to everybody who's supporting us over on Twitch at Pat the Designer TV. On the Twitch side, man, it truly is. We're doing everything. We're covering, I'm doing games today. Tomorrow, I'll be live for the games tomorrow as well. We are doing football Fridays, Thursdays, Wednesdays, whatever you want to call it. That is how much football we are covering over on the Twitch side of things, man. So make sure that you stay tapped in with us over there as well. Again, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love, man. What are your expectations today? What do you want to see from this Chicago Bears team today? What are you hoping for? What are you hoping to see this team continue to build? I think there's a lot of good things that you can be excited about from this first preseason's game. And one thing that may be a conversation seeing Tyson Bagent on full display and let the league get a look at him, right? That's a player who I love that the Bears have him here. But how much are you going to pay your backup as things go through? That Tyson Bagent contract is a 2-year deal. I believe that deal starts this year and going into next year. You're going to want to keep him around because of what he brings to the team. But at some point, you're going to have to try and get some of that value off of a player like Tyson Bagent. Preseason games, of course, are very good for that. So I'm excited to see that. And then on the flip side of things, I'm looking for what we're going to see from some of the hyped up names that we have seen at camp. Unfortunately, Xavier Thomas will not be playing today, but when I think of a player, right, that is hyped, that you are excited about, that you are hopeful for, Jordan Vandenberg has been the biggest name. Jordan Vandenberg has been the ultimate name that everybody is truly been hype about. And to me, all right, that's great. You can do it in camp. You can do it, early on in practice and different things like that. Can you do it when there's somebody standing across from you who is also fighting for their job? Can you do it when there's somebody standing across from you who also has to put 210% into every play? And versus the 2s and the 3s, that is what you're going to see. Now, early on, I believe we're going to see a lot of game versus the 1s, but versus those 2s and versus those 3s, I truly feel like that is where you're going to see, okay, what level is he? Is he somebody that can eventually start? Does it look like he's got the upper hand when he's out there doing what he's doing? Or is he still kind of figuring things out at the NFL speed, right? Sometimes that hype comes to I'm not going to say a screeching halt, but it comes to like, okay, we were excited about a player, but we also need to let this young man develop. We also need to let him figure out his game at the NFL level. And that's going to take more time than maybe we thought initially. Those are the things for me that I'm looking for. Of course, the safety room as well, I think is going to be very, very, a very close watch for a lot of us. But man, I'm just glad to be back here doing Bears content with you guys, man. If you guys have not done so, like I said, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Shout out to Mad Gaming on the Twitch side. He said, with how much Ben talks about Tyson, I'm expecting the first half to be good. Yeah, look, I get it, right? Like Tyson, I think Ben sees a lot of himself in Tyson. And what I love about, the Tyson situation is Tyson is a fire that is always burning behind Caleb Williams. Because you see how Tyson works. You see how, Tyson goes about improving his game, adding to his game, trying to, and he treats training camp and he treats preseason as if it is the real game, because he knows right now those are probably the biggest games he's going to be in, barring a Caleb Williams injury, which hopefully we don't have to deal with this upcoming year, right? Like Tyson treats every day like this is my game day. And that is a fire that I think having behind Caleb Williams, you really, really are excited to see, and you feel is going to be really beneficial to, how you continue to build this team up, how you continue to improve this team coming off of what many people would say is a very, very successful year. Let me get the scoreboard up here for you guys and get that updated here real quick. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. We're going to have a good time on yet again another Chicago Bears season. I can't believe football season is bad, bro. Like, bro, when football season ain't here, it's a tough. When you lose football season, and I would say, and correct me if I'm wrong, baseball season has been fairly entertaining this year. I've had a good time with baseball season. But brother, when you end up not having baseball or not having basketball, not having football, the sports season gets tough. You know what I'm saying? And you're sitting there and you're like, everybody was like, oh, the World Cup is saving me. The World Cup was cool, but like I was not tapped in the way I'm tapped in on football. Give me football all day, any day, man. Let's get to some of you guys' comments in here. Mr. DB said, or Mr. D Bro, either one, Mr. D Bro 94 said, is Roush playing our new big tight end? I would expect that you're going to see a lot of Sam Roush probably in this game. I think that he's going to be somebody who surprises a lot of people if it's your first time watching Sam Roush. What we've seen from him at training camp, he has kind of consistently shown that I'm not just the blocking tight end that they labeled me as. I am somebody who can go out here and can be a threat in the receiving core and can be a threat in, in blocking and can be a threat in the run game and can be the fullback that you need, right? He brings a lot of those assets that we get excited about seeing Cole Kmet have. So I would say definitely expect Sam Roush to be there. And hopefully we see, the growth that he has shown throughout training camp come on display versus this Browns team. Bruh. This fly, I don't know if y'all see him flying around, and I don't want to use my Caleb cover. Y'all see I got the Caleb cover proudly on display here. This fly has been down here surviving for 5 days because every time I go to hit him, every time he beats it, and then he disappears. It's like he's like, oh, my bad. I was just trying to get a little camera time, let you know what's up, but let me get him out of here. I don't have nothing here to even hit him with. I'm not using my Caleb cover, so I'm going to just have to deal with him. Black Ned Flanders over on the Twitch side, what's going on? He said, good morning from Hawaii, fam. How you feeling, my guy? Buddy Love said, that fly is still there. Yes, bro. He won't. I keep missing him. It is the best fly that I have seen. He is the Tom Brady of flies right here. I keep missing him, and then he just pops back up whenever I go live. What do we got here? Black Ned Flanders said, Pat the Designer TV, use something white to get it. Flies can't see that color. I did not know that. And I know a lot about animals. I'm gonna have to get them, but bro, I just gotta, I don't want to move. Hold on. Let me see. I don't want to move too much. Y'all don't go nowhere. We still waiting on the game to get started anyway. We got about 1 minute till this game kicks off. I want to see if I can get it on here or if they'll black me out. I wonder if they're going to black me out on NFL. Let's see. Unmute. Yeah, they got it blacked out on there. Okay. On broadcast, away broadcast. That's just the radio. Okay. All right. I got to watch it on here. I hate watching it on Fubo because it's so freaking behind. But if y'all rocking with me, man, just pause your TV a second. I'm finna try and kill this fly because he's sitting still. Give me a second. Finally got him. I gotta clean that up, but finally. I mean, good Lord. And he letting everything free. All right. I apologize if y'all saw that live. I apologize if y'all saw that live, but ball up top. I was sick of that mug, bro. Good grief. All right, let's get back into this. Let's talk a little bit of football, bro. Thank God. As we're getting ready to get this game underway, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We've got Bears preseason football week 1 coming your way. Oh, look at that. We got Stacey Dales. We got Adam Amin and Jim Miller on the call. That's what I like to see. Let's get back into the chat, man. Fly only want to show up when there's company. 100%, bro. That's what I've been dealing with here. That is what I've been dealing with. Rika Mara said, with those whitey glasses, I'd block you. Okay. Mad Gamey said, was that the same fly from a couple of days ago? Yes, bro. He keep moving. He keeps getting away. And I'm good at getting to the flies, bro. I ain't gonna stunt with you. I'm the lord of the flies out there. Don't worry about that. If you read the book, that was a wild statement, actually. B Talking said, my family told me about this old party trick where you grab a fly, shake it in your hand, throw it on the floor hard. It should pop like a poppet. Now, we used to do it. This is some country stuff because they taught us the same thing. We used to grab flies out of the air, shake them, and then you let them go and they'd be drunk. We got super chat. Hold on. I had to go back to the YouTube side. Mr. D-Bro said, here to start the fun, get yourself a salt gun. Hey, bro, I've seen those, but the problem is I'd be shooting at anything. Yeah, I mean, I'd be trying to keep it kosher around here. Right? I've been a shot at the kid. Yeah, I mean, the kid run by like, fire, get up out of here, man. Waiting for this game to get underway, man. Big A from the Go said, where's JC when you need him? He's good at getting the animals. Yeah, bro, I could have told JC, bring me a frog or a lizard, bro. Man, it's so weird, bro. For those of y'all that have been here for a while and know kind of the situation we went through, you know, with the dogs and stuff like that. It's so weird not having pets in my house, bro. It's so weird not having animals in my house. There's some things where it's like the sleep is definitely a pro. I'm getting a lot of sleep right now. But, man, it's so many cons, bro. It's so many. I'm just like, my house is too quiet. This is crazy. Looking at the Bears, though, offensively, what I'm hoping to see from this offense, big picture here, some consistency as far as getting into the huddle, getting out of the huddle, having the operation move fairly smoothly. I would assume we're going to see pretty early on here Logan Jones, our young rookie, that a lot of Bears fans are excited to see what he's going to look like. Got to keep an eye on how he's going to operate within his first NFL snaps. And then, you know, something that I think is going to be really interesting is to see, I know it's not going to be the full-on what's the word? It's not going to be the full-on playbook. It's not going to be, you know, everything that Ben Johnson is going to use. But he's talked a ton about this 13 personnel. How is he going to implement that 13 personnel early on in this process? I think that that's going to be something that seeing it at practice, it looks phenomenal. But seeing it in real game scenario, and I love the reasoning behind it, right? You went to 12 a lot because you were trying to figure out base defense. Now, as you look at Jasmine, shout out Jasmine, man. She's dominating up at with the Bears, man, and she's working with Fox now. That's awesome to see. That's awesome to see. As we're getting ready to get this thing underway, man, if you have not done so, hit that like button, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the page, both on YouTube and on Twitch, man. We appreciate y'all for showing love. Let's get this going. Most wins by a Bears head coach in their first season. George Halas, Matt Nagy, Ben Johnson. Please, Lord, don't let Ben Johnson be Matt. He's not Matt Nagy. There's one thing I can guarantee. Ben Johnson is not Matt Nagy. Todd Monken on the other side there. He's now the head coach in Cleveland. Going to be very, very interesting to see how that whole situation is going to go, especially with the quarterback over there. As we got the opening kickoff underway, ladies and gentlemen, Bears football season is back. Let's get a bear done. And a good job hit at the 25, and here comes Deshaun Watson on to the field. Now, you are giving Deshaun Watson a new head coach. If he is healthy, I think that Deshaun Watson should still be able to play football, but we haven't seen Deshaun Watson healthy in what? Is it 4 seasons at this point? I think it's 4 seasons at this point. Mr. D-Bro said these blackout restrictions piss me off. I need to get a digital antenna, brother. Don't even get me started. That's why I'm pissed that I'm sitting here watching on Fubo, because I know I'm super behind. As we got the opening handoff here and almost a fumble on that, but an early tackle there. And the Bears defense getting this thing started right. Josh Blackwell getting in there for the tackle. Quinshon Judkins getting the early handoff on that one. Let's see what we get here now. You've got Watson. He's in shotgun. He's got Judkins out to his left. 3 wide receivers out there. They hand it back off to Judkins. He's got a lane on the left side. Dylan Thieneman coming in for the tackle, but not before a gain of 6 on that. And now you're in a 3rd and short situation, and you need to stop. So we're seeing a bookie out here already. Kind of shocked to see Austin Booker out here, not going to lie. But I guess there is no win on the starter. Here's now another run to Judkins, and the Bears defense comes through strong early on. Is that Devin Bush? So there are starters playing. So basically, was Caleb just not playing? Is Devin Bush shooting through there for the tackle? And that's a 4th and 2 situation. So I see no Montez. I see no Tyreek. But Devin Bush playing early. I like that. Guys that haven't been in the system, get out there and play. Guys that have been in the system, have a seat. We got an early punt here. And guess who's back there? Is that a Mo Alexander back there? And this punt is off. Fielded at about the 15, runs this out probably to the 21. And here comes Tyson Bagent and this Chicago Bears offense. Super producer Joel Holt is in the building. What's going on, Joel? How you feeling, man? LBC Robbie, shout out to you. Said you've been subscribed at tier 1 for 3 months. Appreciate you for showing love over there, my boy. Still rocking Fubo? Listen, it's free. It's free. Here's Bagent now getting this ball out left side quick into the hands of Roschon Johnson. Gain of about 4 on that one. 12:56 to go here in the first quarter. Bagent breaking the huddle here. LBC Robbie said Bush already looks good. He does, bro. He does. Handoff here now into the hands of Roschon. Roschon fighting forward to about the 28-yard line on that one. And that's going to bring up 3rd down here. So we're seeing a ton of Roschon. I would assume there's going to be some Salvon Ahmed as well. 3rd and 4 here. Mr. Debro said, Fubo is free. I paid like $130 a month last year for Fubo. No, bro. Here's now Bagent dropping back. He delivers through that one high. Don't know where he was looking to go with that ball there. And that's going to be a 4th down there early. Bears offense, I believe the starting offense, Tyson Bagent, supposed to stay out there till about halftime, and then we're going to get a lot of Miller Moss minutes. Fubo is not free. That is a gift from our own Jordan JC. That's why I have Fubo. As Tory Taylor with a really, really nice punt to start the year, pushed him all the way back to the 5, but now a lane up the right side. Oh, and the only reason he couldn't get himself through was because he got tripped up. Tory Taylor kicked a heck of a punt to start things off, but a really, really good return early on puts the Browns in some good field position. A 60-yard punt for Tory Taylor. But KC Concepcion bringing it back out to Cleveland's 40. Got a 28-yard return. Hayden Large on the tackle. LBC Rob said, guess we're not going to hear 17 is better. Hang 18 this preseason. Better than 18 this preseason? Well, we'll see, bro. We'll see. Listen, the Bagent army is always out there, man. And look, I would agree. I think Tyson Bagent is somebody who, should get the opportunity. I think that Tyson Bagent is a starter in this NFL, but I do look at Tyson Bagent and go, I'd rather have Caleb Williams. Both of those things are okay. Black Ned Flanders said that was some iffy punt coverage. Look, never let it be said that I'm high on special teams. Matt Cobblestone said, I expect Taylor to excel this year, at least be much better than last year. Bro, when you draft a punter, he should excel year one. Nothing changes from league to league about punting the football. You catch ball, you kick ball go up, ball come back down, you cover. You should kick ball long way. That should be the only things that Tory Taylor's worried about. We shouldn't be talking about a year 3 breakout for Tory Taylor. I'll never forgive it. I'll never forgive it. I'll never forgive it. As this Bears defense getting ready to get back onto the field. Good start there. Three runs right off of the bat for the Cleveland Browns. And we'll see if we actually get some passes from Deshaun Watson here. Those 3 carries for 8 yards, 2.7 yards per carry. What am I looking to do here? Boom, there we go. As now an early run here from Deshaun Watson, and we got a flag. Is that going to be a hold? We got tripping called on the offense. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Oh, yeah. Got all over Dio Adangbo out there on that left side. And so 1st and 25 coming up here. Berg said, oh, snap, Tevin Jenkins. Yeah. Yeah, he's still around, bro. I think he actually had a healthy season last year. As now Deshaun Watson into the shotgun here. Bears defense has looked pretty good early on, but I would kind of expect that versus this Browns team. Not a ton of weapons here. Here's Deshaun Watson. Short pass over the middle to the tight end. Sweet Jesus. Jack Sanborn. Jack Sanborn lifting tight ends off their feet. That's what I want to see. That's what I want. Boom. Yo, what are you doing? You shouldn't be coming across the middle. Don't throw across my middle. Okay, Jack. Welcome back, Jack. 10:40 to go, still in the first. 2nd and 19 here. Bears defense yet again in an advantageous situation. They bring a little bit of pressure over the middle, and this one is going to be caught here to Jerry Jeudy for a gain of about 14 on that one. Dylan Thieneman and Blackwell in there on the tackle. That's a big gain there. That's a big gain there. That puts you in a 3rd manageable situation. That was an issue for the Bears last season. Now in 3rd and 6, still in a passing situation. So you know they're throwing the football, but you gave them a lot of easy yards on that one. And now bringing the ball, and Deshaun Watson getting an easy catch in there to Boston. And that's going to be a gain of about 15 on that one. Good grief. Cam Lewis back out there in that safety position with Josh Blackwell on the tackle for that one. Trey said, this is our starting defense, correct? Yeah, this looks like now some of the linebackers are not out there. No TJ Edwards out there right now. No Grady Jarrett, no Montez Sweat. So I'm not going to say it's our full starting rotation. But you are seeing is Jordan Vandenberg on the field right there. and pushing that pocket backwards, and a Quinshon Judkins run goes absolutely nowhere. Maybe a gain of a yard on that one. The defense has looked good against the run. Malik Muhammad in on the tackle on that one. And one of the things that I talked about this offseason, heading into the season, that I think this Bears team is actually going to be better than, no Jalen Johnson as well, say Shy City, is I think this Bears team is going to be better at slowing down the run. Now, I'm not saying that what we're seeing early here versus the Browns is indicative of that, but what you see is a lot of the guys that have been here before, they know the system, they know where they're supposed to be, and they're reading and reacting the right way. As Deshaun dropping back, surveys the field, gets this over the middle, back into the hands of Jerry Jeudy for a gain of about 3 on that one. 3rd and 6 yet again. DeMarco Jackson was in on that tackle. I tell you what, this is so much easier when you know the players, because when I'm doing like preseason games on Twitch and it's the freaking like 2nd, 3rd, 4th strings of somebody else's team, I'm like, I don't know who this dude is. Was that Dan Blazine? So they've corrected this apparently, or no, on the field it still says 3rd and 6. We're at about 3rd and 6. Here's Deshaun, easy pass over the middle, but I don't know if he caught it. I think he dropped that one. DeMarco Jackson was all over that, brought some heat immediately. Look at DeMarco Jackson fighting through the line, almost got Deshaun on that one. And is that Ted Ginn Jr.? That can't be Ted Ginn Jr. Oh, that was Harold Fannin. I saw the back of the jersey. I was like, huh? Fannin just couldn't hold on to that football. But in field goal range are the Cleveland Browns here at 4th and 5. Are we going to see the first points put on the board here? 50-yard attempt for the Browns. Just got this one off. It is up, and that is right through the uprights there. And the Browns take a 3-0 lead over the Bears. GD Vibe said 4th and Jaden Daniels. Y'all wrong for that, dog. Yeah, y'all leave Jaden alone, bro. Jaden fighting for his life out here. 4th and Jaden Daniels is really funny. I'm not going to lie to you, dog. 4th and Jaden Daniels. That is really funny, bro. Well done. I'll give you 1,000 points for that joke. Said Ted Ginn Jr. about 100 years old. Bro, I saw Ginn Jr. and I was like, huh? There's no way. But yeah. I love what LSU did, bro. I love that LSU was like, are you for real? And they all wore 5 to the practice. That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Black Ned Flanders on Twitch says someone needs Jaden Daniels to get Jaden Daniels a few double whoppers. Listen, he's as big as he's probably ever going to be. By the way, we are, just so that you guys know, over 100 in the chat. Over 200 in the chat. 200. If y'all haven't done so, man, make sure that you hit that thumbs up. Make sure that you share the video up, man. If you know anybody who maybe don't got cable, or you're just like, yo, this is the broadcast you need to be watching along with the game, send me to them, man. We appreciate y'all. We're going to be doing this all season long. Ted Ginn Jr. is a super senior citizen. Yeah, bro. Ted Ginn Jr. got to be, what, 40-something? I was like, are we making a comeback? Buddy Love 22 said the same behavior they tried to slander Caleb for, by the way. It is interesting to see Jaden kind of, and maybe, I don't know, I ain't going to talk about nobody moms and nothing like that. But maybe it is that there's a parent with too much control, because we've seen that in Chicago. Chris Bryant had some of those issues, right? Like, we've seen that around this city where the parent is maybe, interfering a little much. But I mean, she is his manager, and Jaden getting that bag. As the Bears preparing to get the football on the other side of this thing. Got Alexander back there to bring the kick back yet again. And we must be having some high winds out there, because they are struggling to get the football on the tee. Here we go. Let's see this Bears offense get back on the field as Schmidt kicks this one away. Alexander bringing the ball back out. Trying to get it out to about the 30, gets probably to about the 27 on that one, and that's where the offense will start. JD need to get off that tit is a wild line. Press Taylor's brother is Zach Taylor? I did not know that. I did not know that Press Taylor's brother was Zach Taylor. Here's Bagent now. Handing the football off here to Roschon Johnson, who runs this one ahead for a gain. Probably about 4 on that one. Oh, they saying a gain of 2, and he must have been down earlier on that. Now pitching this out right side. Here comes Roschon trying to find a lane. Nice gain on that one. And getting this into a very, very third and manageable situation is Roschon Johnson. Third and 2 here. Seeing Kiran Amegadjie out there right now. Not doing a terrible job, honestly. Here's the snap. Bagent dropping back, surveying the field, trying to find something. Over the middle, threw it high yet again. And will we see, tried to find Sam Roush on that. Will we see Bagent go for it? No, we will not, as Tyson Bagent going to come off of the field here. Tyson struggling here early versus this Browns defense, and yet again, we're going to see another punt. Mr. Debro said Roush didn't want to catch that hospital ball. Well, listen, it's a defenseless receiver. Tyson also threw it from a Manute Bol to get that ball. And now we got a muffed punt here. That ball was out, but the Browns able to recover, and the Bears stop him at about the 20. Yet again, another good punt from Tory Taylor here. Look at Tory hype about it. Finally, Tory, come on. Spooky Moth said, come on, Bears, I believe in you. LBC Rob on Twitch said the left tackle had a good series. Yeah, I would say Kiran has had a really, really good series. Now, on the flip side of that, I do not see Jared Verse out there. That would make a big difference, right? But for who he's playing against and for what I've said about him, right? I said Kiran has looked really rough throughout practice. It's good to see him out there on time, on target, standing there, like, and holding his own. Like, it's very good to see. What do we got? Angelic Sanity, is that it? Said thanks for the sub. Appreciate you, man. George Feather said that was a 4th round. That's what a 4th round punter is supposed to look like. 100%, bro. 100%. Like every time out. I won't say every time, but it shouldn't be like I shouldn't have more weeks than not where I go, hey, like where were you kicking that? What was your thought process on kicking that? What was going through your mind when you let that off of your foot? He looks a lot better this year to start things off. Do you think Bagent is respected for his deep ball? I think that people know that he has a moderate ball. I wouldn't say his deep ball, right? Like, as strong as he is, the thing that we've seen with the deep ball is, yes, he can put it out there, but he doesn't always have the accuracy. And even when he does kind of just drop back and chuck that thing, right, he's not dealing with a cannon. I think Bagent is more so praised for his ability to be able to go out there diagnose what he's seeing and make the right play on a more consistent basis than not. Although we haven't seen that here early on. Tyson Bagent right now. Where we at with Bagent passes? Oh, okay. We're just done updating NFL OMG, huh? All right. Here's Watson still in at quarterback. A run here left side, and this Bears defense all over Sampson on that one. I'm telling you, bro, this Bears team is going to be really solid in the run defense. Malik Muhammad on the tackle. Let me see if ESPN got this stuff updated, bro. Let's see. Gamecast. Is that a Gamecast? ESPN apparently does it right here. 1 for 3 for Tyson Bagent right now. Okay. Second and 12 right now. Say Shy City said Berg is around the ball a lot. Yeah, listen, he is truly showing you that it's not just a fluke, right? It doesn't mean he's going to have a ton of sacks. Doesn't mean he's going to get a ton of stops early on here. But are you able to create pressure? I mean, look at him just pushing the pocket back there. But a pass here by Watson, and that is to Concepcion. That's going to be a gain of 9 there as Ruben Hippolyte in on the tackle on that one. So a third down here. 3rd and 2. Bears have been good in these 3rd and short situations here early on in the game. Let's see if they can get a stop here. Hungry Hippo. That's not bad, actually. Turning around, handing this ball off to Judkins. Bears in the run, and he might have the first there, but I thought that knee might have got down off of first contact. I think the Bears got the stop. That knee, and we're probably going to get it. Are they marking him short? Yeah, they're marking him short. Look at Ben, hand in the back pocket. He's ready to throw the flag. We don't need any challenges in this game. We're getting virtual measurements now. This is too long though. This need to be like ABS. I like the virtual measurement. I like that we're getting that, but this need to be like ABS. We shouldn't be slow with this. What are we waiting on here? Good grief, brother. Are we for real still waiting? It's a virtual measurement. It's a virtual measurement. We could have brought the chain gang out there and it would have been quicker than this. How are you? So now we're bringing out the chains. We don't even have the virtual measurement capability. Oh my God, bro. It's a virtual measurement. How do you not have there's a line? How do you not have there's a line? And he is short. I thought so. That defense got in there. 4th and inches. Let's see if this Browns offense goes back out there. I'd put him back out there. It's preseason. Who cares? How is it possible that the virtual measurement is taking longer? So they are going for it here. 4th and inches. Deshaun Watson quarterback rush, and he got that one. That was honestly embarrassing. I think the virtual system's acting up, but it's one of those things where it's like, you're the NFL. Like, I get it, like it's probably new, but it's not like it's brand new technology. They use this in rugby, they use this in tennis, they use this in baseball. Now they use, like, it's not new technology. We should have virtual measurements down pat. So 1st and 10 off of that one. Deshaun. Hey, that is a flag. I was about to say that's delay a game, baby. We got a delay a game here. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down. $257 in the building. Only 67 likes on the video. Let's get this video up over 100 likes, man. Appreciate y'all. 1st and 15. Papa Doodad, welcome back to the Breeze super fans, man. Appreciate you showing love like that. Here's Watson, drop it back, hands the football off. Bears defense all over the run yet again. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Okay, so I see Dex. So was Dex out there as well? Second and 15. Deshaun Watson, the shotgun. Sends the receiver in motion to the left side. Football snap, dropping back. Here's Watson. Good push off the right side, flipping this off into the hands of Judkins, who's got a lane. And unfortunately, he's got a big lane down that left sideline. And that is Sampson with the big gain on that one. Well, I was praising the run defense, and then you got absolutely gashed. You got that pressure out there, but that's just a missed tackle. Josh Blackwell literally taking out his own man. First and 10 here now at the 27. Dropping back, here's Watson surveying the field. He looks like he wants to take off, and that's going to be a sack. Daniel Hardy in on that one. Or did he get a gain on that? Are they going to give him a gain on that? They're going to give him a gain of 1 on that. Good job by Daniel Hardy, friend of the show. Second and 9 here, 1:25 to go here in the first. They drop back, now handing this football off into the hands of Marshall. Xavier Woods in on that one. Third and 3 here. You need a stop, and you need to get some offense going. And Concepcion gets the catch. Muhammad all over that one, but a bit too late. Concepcion wide open down that left side. He got in on the tackle, but he got separated there as he went underneath. And that's probably going to be the end of this first quarter. I would assume this play is going to go into the second quarter, and it does. Ten players at the line, still no pressure. Yeah. Listen, it's going to be difficult for this team. There's players that we can be excited about, but Your starting defensive line is not showing you much more than this. We can hope. I mean, Austin Booker's out there. But as far as passing pressure goes, there's going to be quarterbacks that have all day. Black Ned Flanders said cheeks. They're cheeks. Nancy said, this isn't our starting defense. Calm down. Well, actually, it's a good chunk of it. Malik Muhammad is our starting defense. Austin Booker is our starting defense. Apparently, Javon Dexter was out there. He's on our starting defense. I mean, like, it's Dylan Thieneman is playing. Xavier Woods and Cam Lewis are playing. Those are your starting defense. Devin Bush play. That's the starting defense. Dio Dangbo out there. That's starting defense, right? Like, it's not Montez Sweat and Grady Jarrett. TJ Edwards. But it's a good chunk of your starting defense out there, my guy. Now, as far as the offense goes, I think that just about nobody on the offense is one of the starters, except for whoever eventually wins this left tackle battle. LBC Rob said, how about my Raiders' new QB Thursday? Fernando looked good. I ain't gonna lie to you, LBC. Fernando looked really good. He looked like he was deserving of where he was drafted. That's what I'll say about him. He looked like he was deserving of where he was drafted. This isn't an official defense. Sure, like nobody's saying it's the official defense, but you would hope that with a lot of the players that you have, Dio Adangbo's out there, right? That you'd be able to create some pressure on, I would kind of say, a mediocre offense that the Browns are probably going to have this year. As now getting this ball out right side, almost an easy run in. He is short. Wait, are we giving him a touchdown on that? He was short, bro. And they're saying touchdown here. I don't know about that one. Well, maybe he did get in there. Up. And that's Concepcion. Yeah, he hit the pylon. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. Are we reviewing this? All right, there we go. I was going to say. They're playing for a spot. We don't know who the starters are. I mean, we know who a good chunk of the starters are, my guy. I can guarantee you Devin Bush is going to start. I can guarantee you Dylan Thieneman is going to start. I can guarantee you Cam Lewis or Xavier Woods are starting. Like, we know who a good chunk of the starters are. It's going to be Javon Dexter. It's going to be Austin Booker. It's going to be, hey, I mean, if you want to do the, everybody's got a shot to be, that's fine. But, like, the guys that you paid money to are probably going to start. These reviews should not take this long with digital tracking, bro. This is honestly embarrassing for the NFL. This is embarrassing. Is Xavier Woods playing today? Yeah, he is. Now, why are we going to commercial for a spot review? Unless we just, be filling time with commercial, which NFL, we kind of get that. But like, this you could have got these commercials in on the field goal, bro. Why are we going to commercial for a spot review? Good grief. Blunt said money, bro. Yeah, but I mean, you would have got this money in. You could have did this after the field goal. I don't want to come back for a field goal and then we go back to commercial. Ruling on the field stands touchdown. Let's get the kick up. The kick is up, and the kick is good. All righty. All right, Tyson, will you show us anything? $10 to nothing. Kickoff team's going to come out here, and the Bears offense got to get back on the board. Bears offense has not done much of anything to this point right now. I mean, offensively, Tyson Bagent is 1 for 3 for 3 yards. Roschon Johnson has 3 carries for 11 yards. That is the extent of what we have seen in the first half. And I am sure that Ben Johnson is not thrilled about this at all. As now this kickoff back underway. And here comes Alexander bringing the ball out, trying to make a move, had nowhere to go, ends up getting wrapped up around the 20 there, down on that right sideline, and the Browns all over it. Browns special team looking good. How do I get live notified when you're with your friends is so funny. I miss it. I want to be in the chat even for a Madden video. You just hit that notification bell as Bagent dropping back, standing in the pocket. He completes a big pass over the middle, and here comes this Bears offense. There you go, Caden Davis. That has been a connection that has been really big for this Bears team. And finally, this offense moving the football. There you go, Tyson. Pretty quick here, dropping back. Here's Bagent. He's taking his time, delivers the football to Rowe. That one off of the hands there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Boom. Let's get back over to this. 14:09 to go here in the second quarter. Come on, baby. I would expect a run probably here. Out in the shotgun. Nope, it's a pass. Let me not do my Tony Romo. As they get this one over to Caden Davis, who got lit up almost immediately on that one and could not hold on to the ball. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Well, there was one play. That's tough because you can't get yourself into a 3rd and short situation here. I would probably try to see if Tyson could hard count in this spot. See if you can get these guys to all right. Kind of exactly what I was about to say. See if you can get these guys to jump off sides. I'll take that. I don't even know if he hard counted, but he got him off sides. That's going to be encroachment on the defense. I guess he did get him. Yeah, got him with the hard count. Good to see that. 3rd and 5. Now that puts you into an advantageous situation here. If you are the Bears, you gotta try and find your way to a first down here. 3rd and 5. Brings Caden Davis into motion slightly, dropping back. Here's Bagent delivering the football, got it up, tried to get it over to Alexander. I mean, that's just a miss. That's a complete miss. And here comes the kicking unit, I suppose. Bagent, not a great ball, threw it behind him. Put it more on Coates than he put it on Mo Alexander. Really good defense by Coates on that one, but I suppose you the hard count on that one makes you feel better about them. It puts you in a better situation to get them into field goal range, but that's a missed opportunity there. As that ball is up and it is wide left. Come on, Cairo. And so here come the Browns the other way. Definitely feels like you don't got your starters out there. I'll tell you that much. That's a tough miss, Cairo. How long was that? A 50-yard field goal. No good. Come on, Cairo. He's looked bad in practice with the 50-plus joints, too. He's looked bad in practice with the 50-plus joints. Third Gen B said Bagent is messing up my pipe dream of getting a first-round pick for him. At least you know it's a pipe dream. If somebody's offering you a first-round pick for Tyson Bagent, ooh, please. Blunt said, put on the Bears Sims. At least Caleb's playing in the Sims. Giovanni said, this is unacceptable and embarrassing. I don't know if it's all that, dog. Like, it is still preseason. We could be upset about the game, but not lose our minds on what it really is. Like, Ben finna go for it and show this as evidence. This sounds like bad Bears football, Mr. Designer. Hey, it is. The exciting part is this isn't the best that our team has to offer. That is the part that, like, think about this, Bears fans. By the way, over 300 in the chat. 300. Let's get over 100 likes on the video, man. Where we at right now? We might have over 100 likes on the video. I don't even know. Where we at? We have 87 likes on the video. 334 people in here. We can't get over 100 likes on the video, dog. But no, think about this, Bears fans. Like, how often was this the best that we had to offer going into the season? How often was this the first string offense that you were heading into the season with? Now you're in a situation as Watson dropping back in the shotgun, delivered this ball to Isaiah Bond for a gain of about 8 on that one. Like, I'll take, you know, we're sitting here a little bit frustrated here early on with this Bears team versus Cleveland because we want to win every single game the way Ben Johnson does, just blowing teams out. But I can also understand there's a lot better coming our way as running that one there, getting that through the middle there, got right past Lynch and Hardy for a first down was Sampson. Come on now. Little jet sweep off the right side. There's Concepcion. Yet again, running that ball to the outside right. And now you're seeing a lot of that outside zone start to work for the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland can run the ball now. Let's not forget. Nah, they can't run the ball. Cleveland's got a solid run game. 2nd and 3 here. Out here saw something he didn't like. Y'all saw that face? As now dropping back, handing this one off up the middle. And that, I believe, that is going to be a first down yet again for the Browns. And that was Sampson on that run. So now in a 3rd down situation, a 3rd and 1, you need to stop here. You want to try and get at least one good look out of this offense here early on. Seishai City said, I don't think Roshan makes the team. There's a conversation to be had about that. We'll see. You're probably going to see a lot of Salvon Ahmed in the second half. Let's turn around, handing this off. That run inside going nowhere as Ruben Hippolyte in on the tackle. That's going to be a loss of 1 on that one. Good job by Hippolyte. Read it the right way, got inside, used the speed. All over him. Really good to see that. Come on, boys. So are they going to go for it here? 4th and 2. Here comes this Bears defense. Dropping back is Watson. Pressure starting to get to him. That ball is out, and the Bears are on it. A very familiar look for this Chicago Bears team. Jamari Cremora getting in there, knocking that ball out of his hand and falling on the football. There you go, young fella. There you go, young fella. Chroma all over that one. Beat his man up on the outside left. Got into the QB and knocked that ball away. Good job. Just thrashed. Who was that, Baker? On the outside, absolutely destroyed him. And here comes this Bears offense. There you go. There you go. Good to see that. Good to see a little fight. The Book of Ezra said, I'm late. Who's the QB for the Browns? Deshaun Watson, brother. That's Deshaun Watson. Watson looking a little stiff. He needs to go get a massage. Relax, dog. You got to calm down, dog. The Browns don't have a QB. There's a conversation on that. 3rd Gen B said Dio's motivation was transferred over. Yeah, somebody was sitting there yelling about Dio. Dio was not on that play at all. George Feather in the building. What's good, my guy, over on the Twitch side? Shout out to y'all for tuning in. If you're on the Twitch side, man, big shout out to you guys for showing love and support over there, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Oh, by the way, I just noticed something. We're up to 14 subscribers on Twitch. Shout out to you guys, man. We got 206 followers. We've got 14 subscribers. Thank you guys for rocking with us on the Twitch side, man. I didn't even peep all of that. I've earned a hype chest. What is that? Oh, that's cool. I got a loving fish. I don't know what that means. I'm still getting used to Twitch. Oh, Bob Swift did it. Shout out to Bob Swift. He gifted 5 tier 1 subs. I appreciate you, Bob. Veracity said that's a good thing. What does that mean? Again, I'm still learning the Twitch thing, and educate me on that one. As now, here comes Tyson. He's rolling out right. He's got Roush up the right side. Roush with a nice gain on that one. Probably went out on a gain of about 7. Good job to Bagent to Roush on that one. Tyson definitely looking a lot more comfortable. LBC Rob said hype train is called, Pat. I see what it's called. What does that mean? Does that mean that a lot of people are subscribing at once or something? As they turn around and hand this one off to Roshan, who loses one. That defensive line was all over that one. That defensive line was all over that one. I hate to say it, but Roshan is slow to start his runs. Listen, Roshan is, he's a solid player, but the tough part for Ro is he is a power back who has concussion issues, who's better on special teams. As they hand this one off to Ro, and Ro with a big run. He's on the right side. He's got some room to run, and he gets it down to the 25. There you go, Rojo. There you go, Rojo. The problem with Roshan was never that Roshan couldn't play. The problem with Roshan was that he's got a lot of concussion issues. As here's now Bagent dropping back. He delivers the ball into the hands of Alexander. He's got nothing but the end zone ahead of him. Touchdown, Bears. Let's go, baby. There you go. That's how you get on the board. That's how you do it. And that's going to be something massive for this team this year. Can you take advantage? Look at Bagent dropping back, delivers the football there right into the hands of Alexander. Walk-in touchdown for him, delivered it in stride as well. Can you take advantage of the takeaways that you're going to get? I think this defense will still be middle of the pack in takeaways. I don't think they'll be what we saw last season, as that one is through. But can you still be middle or middle of the pack in that takeaway department? And can the offense capitalize on more of them? If they can, that is how you get the Ben Johnson offense that he is begging for, that he is hoping for. That is how you get the Ben Johnson offense that continues to be not just really good and explosive, but dominant, and can get teams out of their game early on. Good to see a couple of good plays from this Bears offense before we get into halftime. Let's see a little bit more of that. Let's see one more good drive out of you, and then we can set Tyson down. Rojo's definitely on the squad. Well, it just depends on, if they feel, again, the only person that I would say is pushing Roshan is Salvon Ahmed. He's the only one that I have seen that might be pushing Roshan. TM said Bagent needs to play 3 quarters to develop a rhythm and leave on a positive note. Hey, look, you have one more good drive. Last couple of drives have been, him kind of getting in that rhythm, him being solid. Yeah, I mean, like, you get one more good drive out of him, I think you'll be okay there. Good stuff. Good stuff. You went no huddle. You're in the shotgun. You knew what the play was. You delivered a 25-yard strike for the touchdown. Really good stuff. Health be real. Rocho was cold at Texas. And look, I think a lot of us believe that he was going to be better than what we saw at Texas. He was good at Texas, but I think a lot of us believed he was going to be better than what we saw because we saw a player who was behind one of the elite backs down there. And that you thought, okay, well, as time goes on, now he's going to get his own opportunities. But health has been the issue that has kept him from getting those opportunities. As Santos kicking this one off here, kicks this one back into the end zone, and they're going to take a knee on that one for the fair catch. What's up, shorty? What you want to show me? You made something? Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Sorry, y'all. My daughter's breaking all this stuff down to me. You made a pencil holder? Oh, I see that. That looks really good, baby. As now Watson under center. Got fullback and running back in the backfield with him, turning around, handing this ball off. But the Bears defense all over that inside run yet again. And there's Neville Gallimore getting inside and creating that run pressure. Dude, it's Salvon Ahmed, not Savion. It is Savion, actually. I heard, what's his name, say it. Or Savon? I heard, what's his name? It's not Salvion or Salvon. I know that because what's his name said it the other day. Coach Studesville. I got to re-listen to what he said now. Third and 11 here, and this Bears offense, or this Bears defense, doing a really good job. And you got to get a stop here. Here's Watson dropping back into the shotgun, flips this down into the hands of Marshall, who is short. That's going to be a fourth down. And now we'll see if they go for it here or if this is going to be a punt. Bears doing a good job trying to get 11 hats to the ball. They are going to punt this one away, and so we'll see one more drive from Tyson Bagent. And now here's Alexander trying to find a lane. Defense all over him. Really good job on the punt coverage there. And so another long drive here for this Bears offense. If you're going to be able to make something happen there, 41-yard punt to the Bears 16, a return of about 2 for Mo Alexander. All right, let's see what we get here. Come on, boys. 7:32 to go. 1st and 10. Bears trailing 10-7 here. Here's Bagent now under center. Dropping back, handing this ball off to Roschon. Roschon spinning off, somehow making something out of nothing. Only about a gain of 2 on that one, but I'll give him credit. He should have been lit up in the backfield, spun off of it, and was able to get a really, really good play on that one. 2nd and 8 here. 7:09 to go. Look at Ryan Poles on the sideline. Here's Tyson Bagent in shotgun. Calls in Scotty Miller. Now dropping back. Quick throw to Miller. Miller, little sidestep. Now got a lane. He's up the sideline. Big gain for Scotty Miller on that one. Come on, baby. Come on, Scotty. As now, Tyson in shotgun yet again. Tyson dropping back. He's got time. He delivers the football here. Right side, couldn't hold on to it, is Alexander, who had just caught the touchdown. Had to lay out a little bit on that on the backside, but probably, let's see here, that should have been caught. I mean, that should have been money. That should have been money. That should have been money. That's on Alexander. That's a well-delivered ball by Tyson Bagent on that one. 2nd and 10 here. 6:26 to go. You've seen this Bears offense really start to get itself going here as time has gone on, really settle in. Tyson threw that one a little bit high to Caden Davis, but Davis able to come down with that one. Gain of 5 on that one, so that gets you into a 3rd and manageable. Six minutes to go here. Tyson dropping back in the shotgun yet again, throwing this ball up, and Scotty Miller gets the defensive holding. That's obviously defensive holding. I mean, Scotty Miller had him beat by about a step and a half, and he had to grab onto Scotty Miller to try and bring him back. Baki, what's going on? Jackson Dart headed to the medical tent after a big hit. Of course he is. Is water wet? And so that's going to be a 1st down for the Bears off of that penalty. What you doing? Crazy girl. 5:46 to go here. 1st and 10. Bears going heavy, a lot of 12 on this one. It's going to be a run for Roschon on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. Yeah, about a gain of a yard on that based off where the ref is at. Mikey Day said, crowded wide receiver room, but has J.P. Richardson been looking good? He's always with the wide receivers in Cali when they link up. I would say JP always looks, very, very solid as far as a receiver goes. Here's Roschon trying to run forward here and ends up getting tripped up. Always looks solid when he's out there at training camp and things like that. But special teams is kind of what it feels like has set him apart from getting maybe higher on that depth chart, right? It's why Jade Walker got his opportunity. Third and 8 here. Here's Bagent dropping back in shotgun yet again. Pressure coming his way, but he gets it over the middle to Mo Alexander, who fights forward for that 1st down, or are they going to mark him short? It looks like they might mark him short here. Let's see. Boom. Good stuff by Alexander. Got tripped up. He might be short. I don't know where the ball is at. Salvon. So that's what they're going with. Salvon. I was going Salvon. Salvon Ahmed is in. I just had to wait for Adam Amin to say it. And a strong run by Salvon Ahmed immediately for a gain of about 6 on that one. Black Ned Flanders said, Pops, Pat the designer has Princess just hanging out of frame. She looks like, look at me, Pops. She cracks me up because, like, she'll come down here and just, like, sit and chill. And then eventually she'll just get sick of it and go upstairs. There she is. Hold on. Man. Throw the 2-man scene on there. There she go. As now here's Bagent dropping back. Good ball over the middle to Roush. Roush diving forward for a little bit more. Say hi to the people, little mama. Say hi to that camera. That camera. What do you think about the Bears? Talking to the mic. That mic. Yeah. That one. Yeah. What do you think about the Bears?
I think it's good.
You think the Bears are good? Yeah. What you think they're gonna do this year? They're gonna win the Super Bowl? You think they're gonna win the Super Bowl? Well, from your mouth to God's ears. I'm crazy. As Bagent got wrapped up around the helmet. Good grief. Did he get the face mask on that one? Let's see. Boy, that's Jedrick Wills just getting absolutely destroyed, by the way. That's thanks for coughing all into the mic, you nut. That is concerning to see. Just the left side. Jedrick Wills gets in with Salvon Ahmed and immediately got destroyed. Baki, how did Kiran do? Kiran actually did solid. Now, again, it wasn't Jared Verse out there, but Kiran actually did pretty solid. But, and I'll tell you what, he didn't do that bad. He didn't look like he didn't belong out there on the play. If Kiran looks solid, the apocalypse is upon us. Savage Gorilla said, Wills hasn't played for a bit. Yeah, no, listen, it's going to take some time. We saw what this offensive line looked like early in the year last year. I'm not saying I'm out on Jedrick Wills. I'd rather have Isaac Trapillo in over all of them. But, you know, the thing with Wills is that you can see the talent. You can see the strength. You can see the power in the one-on-ones, but you haven't seen it within the system. And that's when it's going to matter most. You got to see it within the system. Jeff G said, "Hey Pat, why did Waddle call you Pat the Penetrator?" That's what Yurko started calling me for some reason. And y'all know if Yurko gives a nickname, it just sticks. So like I was, you know, early on when I was at probably the first year when I started doing a lot more, going up to camp and different things like that. You know, start asking questions in the press conference, they would hear me. And Yurko would be like, "Oh, Pat the Penetrator," with a great what do you say? With a great question. And after that, everybody was just like, "Pat the Penetrator." So it is definitely stuck. Not the worst name I've been called. There's always Fat the Designer, which we're doing better to get rid of that. There's always Pat the DEI Designer. Those are two of my favorite. Somebody made a full page of me called Pat the Recliner. That one was hilarious. A lot of that stuff has gone away now, though, because like they know I'm willing to laugh at myself. So there's like a lot of people who, I guess if you can't laugh at yourself, right? You know, what are you doing over there, shorty? Sit down and watch the game. Just staring at me. Get out of here, you creep. But no, like, if you can't laugh at yourself in this business, bro, you're going to have a lot of bad days. I appreciate you, Pat. I was just confused why he called you that, bro. Facts. No, if you don't know, it does sound insane. Sounds like I'm wilding out here. And so 2nd and 19 now. Got to make up for a lot of stuff. Here's Bagent surveying the field. He delivers a ball picked off. And that is not what you want to see. He stared down his tight end. I mean, telegraphed that play. I mean, geez, Tyson, look away. And that was Coates who was on the pick on that one. Insane. And so here's the defense trying to keep this Browns offense out of field goal range, and that pressure up the middle, and there's a sack from this Bears defense. Lynch all through that one. We got a flag on the play. What's the flag here? Oh, we got a holding on Malik Muhammad. Bro, is that Tevin Jenkins holding his ankle? Oh, that's Austin Harbor. Okay, I was going to say, I thought that was Tevin Jenkins. What's up, Shorty? Chill. Sit there now. Chill out. Daddy trying to work. Good stream today, light-skinned Shannon Sharp. Light-skinned Shannon Sharp is crazy. I sound nowhere near that country. And let me tell you something, Skip. I'm going to tell you right now. You want to play with the Mega, you got to get up with this man, get the Mega. You know what I'm saying? Oh, dog, drop it back here now. Here's Watson. Trying to get away from the pressure. 1st and 10. Here's Chroma trying to chase him down. And Watson trying to remain up. Brother, you better get better at running out of bounds. Neffy Sewell all over that. All Pat now need is some Milds and some yak. No yak. By the way, if you guys are tuning in here and you want to keep rocking with your boy, 2 hours after the game, I will be live with Jason McKee over on ESPN Radio, ESPN 1000, and ESPN 2. So tap in with us over there. Chroma doing a dominant job and almost an interception. This Bears defensive line creating pressure versus this second unit here. And Chroma is making a name for himself here versus some of those guys that, listen, they're backups, but you're showing that you don't need to just be with the twos, that maybe you can find your way into life with the ones. 1:35 to go here. 3rd and 9. Here's Watson dropping back. And had an easy flip pass into the hand of Marshall. Marshall could not corral that one. Baki says, Shannon, the only person I know that that legit had Black and Milds on a national show. Oh, yeah. Listen, Shannon Sharp is a different beast. He's a different animal, but the same beast. You know what I'm saying? Yo, 350 people in here, 135 likes on the video, man. Appreciate y'all. Over 300. 300. Is it still the Browns' second unit? They have Watson out there. Yeah, this is, so the offensive line and some of the running backs were still from the Browns' second unit. But Deshaun Watson hasn't, I mean, he has fallen to the point where you can't just say you know, that you got to put Deshaun Watson out there. Hold on, I forgot to change this up. I still got us in the first tier. Do 10, 7. Apply. There we go. What do we got in here? GD Vibe said Chroma looks like he's getting pressure, but I don't know how much weight that holds in preseason. Listen, it's preseason, but you know what it does? It affords you an opportunity to go up against the ones. You show something good in the game. Is Ahmed trying to get away there? Salvon Ahmed. I got to say that a bunch so it sticks in my brain. Only a gain of 1 on that. Ahmed's going to be somebody to watch for sure, too. 2nd and 9. Bears offense trying to move pretty quick here. Not calling a timeout. Here's dropping back. Tyson Bagent looking for something downhill. And you got really good block there by Kiran Amegadjie. Did y'all see Kiran Amegadjie just pancake that? Yo. Kiran hooping. As they put Kiran back out there, Kiran is having a good day. Again, it ain't Jared Verse. But Kiran has looked rough against some guys that I wouldn't say I'm expecting to be starters. And he's looking really good right now. Yes, honey. Yeah, you can watch it right there. No, you can watch it right there. I'm assuming your mama is asleep. That's what I figured. These are the perks of having multiple TVs in the basement. What you want to watch? Gabby's Dollhouse. All right. As now, here's Bagent dropping back. Got time in the pocket to operate. Threw that one over. That's going to be Alexander with another first down. And they're going to call a timeout here. Good crossing route there for Mo Alexander. What do we got here? If you are a dad with kids and I can give you any advice, put a small TV in the corner of your basement and your children will be very happy. Oof. 10-7, 48 seconds to go. Here's Tyson now back out there. Ball is on the 29-yard line. Bears trying to move downfield and do some quick operation here as Tyson puts this ball in the air into the hands of Caden Davis yet again. And a big gain for Caden Davis. Easy money there. That's a 21-yard pass. Baki said Kiran looked rough versus Bag Boys, so him playing well in any way is a plus. Yeah, no, 100%. And I mean, he's looking really solid. Tyson Bagent looking to run here. He slides. That's going to be for a gain of about 6. Throw some snacks that we all know. You have the in left, wait, right drawer. That you have in the left, wait, right drawer. Mikey Day said, hey, Pat, both our daughters sitting here with us while mom sleep. That's how I go, brother. And she all right. Mm-hmm. Is that an indictment of the Browns or a hope for Kiran? Well, again, right? Like the guys that have been beating Kiran, I'm like, okay, like you're getting beat with the second string. You're getting beat with the third string. This showing you that, you know, maybe our second and third string has a little more punch. Kiran is doing a really good job as this ball thrown ahead here. There's Caden Davis with another big catch. That relationship between him and Tyson Bagent has been on display in camp, and you are seeing it on display here in this first preseason game. Four receptions for 88 yards for Caden Davis, and he is having himself a first half here, boys. 28 seconds. Bears have moved the ball down the field fairly quickly. They started this drive at their own 14. They are now at Cleveland's 22. Here's Tyson now. Dropping back. He's got time. Delivers this over the middle to Scotty Miller, who got absolutely thrown around by Reed on that one. But, Tyson, you said he got the Scotty late on that. Scotty already had flashed open. He got to that Reed late and kind of set Scotty up to be sandwiched between two hard hits on that one. You got to be careful with that, brother. Second and 10 here. At a minimum, what you don't want to do is lose yards here, because at least you get to tie the game up now. You want to score a touchdown, but you don't want to go the other direction. Here's Tyson dropping back. Pressure getting to him, and all right. Let me stop saying stuff. I don't want to play prophecy. Let me stop speaking things into existence. And we're going quick here. 18 seconds. And I would assume this is just to get Tyson or to get Cairo Santos on the side of the field that he wants to be on. And they're going to spike it there. 3 seconds left. And you'll bring on the kicking team. Blunt says, drunk news of a new Bears fan and football has started. I'm lit from Knoxville. Shout out to you, brother. And love my Bears. Thanks, Pat. You are my window to have. You have no clue what you mean to me. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you for rocking with the channel and supporting us in that manner, man. All right, Tyson. All right, Cairo. 51 here. 51. And that's money. Cairo Santos able to knock that one through there. Oh, let me take that away. Boop, boop, boop. And we got a tie ball game as we head into halftime. So not the best first half for this Bears offense, but definitely some flashes, some things that I think you can be excited about. As far as takeaways go, number one, Kiran Amegadjie looks pretty good. Kiran, I mean, again, I've said it a few times on here. It's not versus the best of the best that the Browns have to offer. We know that the Browns have a really good defense. So it's not the best of the best that they have to offer, but seeing Kiran be able to stand in there and help create a pocket and not need, multiple tight ends chipping for him, not need somebody on that left side every single play. I think that those are things that you feel good about. And the other thing, early on in the game, that offense struggled. It took them a few plays to get themselves into it. But once they did, you saw the explosives that Ben Johnson is looking for. Let me just run through. And I know it didn't end well here. But let's see here. Where's this one at? So the previous drive that the Bears had here, 9-yard pass, 21-yard pass, 7-yard run, 21-yard pass, and then, of course, the sack, right? Like, those are the big plays that Ben Johnson is looking for, those explosive plays, and you saw those on multiple scoring drives for the Bears here. A 19-yard run from Roshan, followed up by a 25-yard touchdown pass. What's up, shorty? What's up? Not right now, baby. Go have a seat, love. You're fine. Nothing is wrong. You got your show on. You got to sit and chill for a little bit, baby. Like, to me, I think that is that's the part for me with this Bears team that makes you feel like, okay, when the real names are in there, when the dogs are in there, right, you're going to continue to see this explosive offense on display and probably see it be a little bit more consistent than maybe what we saw in the first half. At least that is the hope. And again, the Bears should be up here, but Cairo Santos missed that first one. Blunt said, real talk, new baby on the way, found out yesterday, and I'm an old blunt, LOL, but life is just the bear down. Let's go. Hey, man, congratulations on the new shorty on the way, man. We get that here for sure, as there's been a lot of surprises in the Morinzoni household with these two showing up. But nah, man, it's amazing to have. It's an amazing journey to be a part of, and it's definitely a heck of a lot of fun. Bears Junkie 33 said the run defense looks more organized. I would agree. I would say that this run defense looks like a unit that has been in this system, that understands this system, right? That is, yeah, like you're going through some things to figure out certain steps and how to navigate through them. You're going to go through some growing pains and things like that, but it doesn't look like a unit that has no idea what it's doing on the field. Those are things that, you can be excited about as a Bears fan, honestly. It doesn't mean that everything's going to be perfect. It doesn't mean that everything is going to be elite. What I look at it and say is that it's something that you didn't think you were going to be able to hang your hat on that I feel like you can hang your hat on. Trying to find this here. Did I take this mug off? I don't know if I did or not. Maybe I did. I guess so. Hey, man, give me about 5 minutes. I'm going to re-up on my water while we're at the half. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. I'm sorry I am not, what's buddy's name? Scott Hansen. I am Pat the Designer. It's very different people. But I'll be right back. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. If you have not done so, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Willie Beeman said, I've got NFL Plus Premium, and I can't even watch it. I got to watch on the TV app. Yeah, bro, the NFL Plus is great, but if you're in Chicago, it's going to black you out. Bob Swift with a cheer? Is that what that is? A cheer? Thank you, Bob. Appreciate that, man. I'm still getting used to a lot of the stuff going on Twitch, so I'm learning it as it goes through. Appreciate y'all for showing love, man. We will be right back after I grab some water real quick. We back. They tried to get the bots in here while I was off of the screen. I see you. Woo! That water was definitely needed. That water was definitely needed. Chill, shorty. What do we got here? Send in your questions, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to show love as always. If I may suggest a commercial break of your own, show advertisements for your programs and channels at the half so you can take a break and step away from the desk without an empty screen. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. We definitely need to do that. We'll take that into account. Take that into account. Build that up where it's just like clips of stuff that we've talked about throughout the week. That's actually really smart. It's good stuff. I appreciate that suggestion. Willie Beeman said James Lynch and Neville Gallimore are dudes. Trust me, they will make an impact. Listen, Neville Gallimore, coming in and kind of just doing what we've expected him to is really cool to see. But it is preseason. You know what I mean? I want to see it versus the best of the best. Neville Gallimore has not been a name that I have talked about a ton throughout training camp, throughout OTAs and things like that. So I would say there's still a little bit of, what's the right way to say it? There's still more that I want to see from this defensive line pieces that have been brought in this offseason. But do I think that you're devoid of talent? No, I just think you got to have guys that are able to go out there and be consistent. And if Neville Gallimore can be consistent, that's going to be major. What do we got? Willie Beeman said, I get all the out-of-market games, but since I live in Chicago, I can't watch the Bears on NFL Plus and SBS. Yeah, that's one of the big problems with a lot of these streaming apps, bro, the blackouts. The way to fix it is if you have a friend that stays in a city who you don't care to watch that team's game, or they're just in a spot where it's always going to be on national TV, blah, 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 like somebody in Dallas or something like that. You let them log in. You send them your login. You let them log in. They change the location, and then you get to watch the local one because it just thinks that you're traveling to Chicago to watch the game. Sometimes I've seen that work to circumvent it. Black Ned Flanders said, bro, I'm in Hawaii and the game is blacked out. Why would the game be blacked out for you? Had to sail the 7 sea. Oh, do you get Fox 32 there? Maybe that's why. It's probably just on regular channel 32. Mr. Davis TTV says, seeing you in the stands watching practice in the clip. Oh, was I in a clip? Let's go back and see. I'm sure I was in there, just fat. Just looking like Fat the Designer. Oh, let's see where I'm at. Got a little Ben Johnson going there. Try to let said y'all better research them websites. Pat, what do you think of JDB's play in the first half? I thought that he was creating push. Didn't see a ton of penetration, but I did think that he was creating push, which is good to see. Did I see him go out there and look elite? No. Did I see him, push some pressure towards Deshaun Watson? Sure. I'm sitting here trying to see if I'm in a clip or if I'm just back there looking wide, as they say. Oh, good stuff, Costa. Yeah, I am out there. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Willie Beeman said, I refuse to pay for cable ever again. You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you, though. And it depends on what you have and how you use it. But for me, bro, like, there is a point that we have reached where I'm just like, all right, bro, well, yeah, I'm not paying for cable, but at the same time, I'm also not avoiding paying the cost as the second half getting ready to get underway here. Like, I'm not fading the cost. I'm not saving money. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still spending just about what I would spend on cable. But the problem is running this one back and tripped up there is Kelly. The problem is that I would probably still have all of the streaming service and I would be paying for cable. Bears Junkie 33 said, I like YouTube TV. YouTube TV is probably the best that the cord cutting services have to offer, honestly. $20 digital antenna gets you all your local channels for free. You just hook it up to your TV. Yeah, for Bears football, that might be good. As now dropping back here, we are getting some Case Keenum minutes here as he gets this over to Steven Carlson. I did not think we were going to be getting Case Keenum minutes here in the second half. Willie Beeman said YouTube Premium, Stars, Tubi Premium, and Netflix Plus or NFL Plus Premium is all I watch. Yo, say what you want. I know what we like, all the jokes we make about like the Tubi movies and stuff like that. But is now getting this ball off left side. Big run here. And Salvon Ahmed doing a really, really good job of getting that one into the first down. But no, I know a lot of people joke about it and talk garbage about it. But I'll tell you what, man. Tubi got some stuff on it that's pretty good. As now Case Keenum almost got sacked, got away from it, and runs up and takes a dive there, avoiding the sack, and that's going to be second down. Second and 4 here. 13:27 to go. Here's Bagent now under center, dropping back. And we screen pass here to Ahmed. Ahmed, he's up the left side. He's got blockers in front of him. He's got room to run. He stiff arms a man. He's running to the outside. Ahmed into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! That is how you run the operation. And that is why I said Roschon Johnson might be in a little bit of trouble. That is why I said Roschon Johnson might be in a little bit of trouble. Look at Keenum. Flips the hips, gets the ball to Ahmed, and he creates it. Great blocking up front, but right here, they can have him. He creates it, gets the stiff arm on Evans, and he's gone. And he's gone. And that ball is up, and that ball is good. 17-10. The Chicago Bears take the lead first. Black Ned Flanders said the only reason that Roschon is still on the roster is for special teams and polls. Well, no, it is special teams. Roschon's a really good special teamer. That is important. You need guys like that. You need your Josh Blackwells. You need your Roschon Johnsons. You need your Daniel Hardys. But I'm telling you, bro, like, Ben Johnson needs his guys that he can say he's going to create explosive plays. On that run, what was that? Boom, 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 boom. Because that was technically a pass there. They didn't update it yet, but I think that's a 30-plus yard run. Where we got him at? Where we got him at? So, oh, they definitely have an update. Oh, wait, receiving. That's a 55-yard run. You know what I mean? Like, Ben's going to want the explosive players. That's how you start a half. That's how you start a half, baby. And again, I'm not saying he has to be gone. I like Roschon and what he can do as a back and as special teams. I think you need to be able to do both. But man, when you see plays like that, when you see talent like that, I think that that is going to be so beneficial for this team. Huh? Where are you doing the game, ESPN? Who is that? Good stuff. Bagent was inconsistent today. He was, but I mean, listen, there was some good plays that you put on paper. There was some rough ones. There's a reason he's a backup right now. Good stuff by Ahmed on that one. Is that a fake big cat texting you, Pat? No, it is not a fake big cat. It is not a fake big cat. Hey, bro, yeah, you would have had to do a little bit more than just send me a picture, bro. And I'm not a reporter. Saying I ain't trying to be a reporter, I'll never be a reporter. I am, what would you call me? I guess an analyst? I guess I would technically be an analyst. And Divine catches strays on the live stream. Shedeur Sanders into the game now, getting to see the young Sanders delivering a beautiful ball and a big gain immediately into the hands of Laverdian. And that was a Larvaden over to Larvaden on that one. That was a 24-yard pass. How are you not a reporter? You report Bears news, right? Well, I would say a reporter is somebody that is in the news breaking business. I would say a reporter is somebody there's a fumble on the field. They're able to recover it, but the Bears defense all over that one. Just a fumbled snap there. I would say, reporters are somebody that break news that, like, I would say I keep you guys updated on what the breaking news is. Blunt says, stop. We're here because we love Pat. Stop it. LOL. Me too. Listen, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm not a part of the game. I'm just, I wouldn't call myself a reporter. You know what I mean? I would say that I'm more of an analyst probably. And so now off of the fumble, it's 2nd and 13 here. Here's Shedeur in the shotgun. He's dropping back. Bears bringing the pressure. That ball tipped up in the air. Oh, almost an interception. Good to see that somebody got a hand on that. KJ in the building said, Pat the mother and designer. What's happening, big dog? It's been a minute. What's going on, my bro? What's going on? Black Ned Flanders said color commentary. Nah, that's on this. I'm doing play-by-play. Lynch got a hand on that one as that ball tipped up into the air. Good job by Lynch. Lynch is showing some things here in this game. We've said his name quite a bit. Sports media personality is a good one, Gorillas. As Shedeur put this up there. Sweet Jesus, that was a really good read. Shedeur looking really solid here. Early on, a 39-yard or 35-yard pass, I should say, to Floria. And that'll get that ball out to the 14. Josh Blackwell, nowhere to be found. Willie Beeman said, I told you about Lynch, Pat. Yeah, Lynch is making plays. Lynch is making plays today. And you can see it on display. As a pitch play here now, out to the right side, trying to create a running lane here. Gain of about 2 on that one is Marshall. Jeff G said, Blackwell lucky. He's good at special teams. You're the one and only Pat the designer. No other label needed. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. 2nd and 8 here. 10:25 to go in the third quarter. 17-10, but the Browns are in this Bears red zone. Dropping back here, Shedeur trying to find something, trying to find somewhere to go. Now going to try to take off. Instead, ends up gaining maybe 2 yards on that one, but taking a shot. Third and 5 here. Shedeur in shotgun. It's got Marshall to his right, dropping back now. Trying to find somebody. Does get it over on the right side to Marshall. Oh, Marshall killed the man, but gets knocked out of bounds by Hippolyte short of the first. Who's 27 on defense? That's going to be 4th down. Who is 47? Or I'm sorry, 27 on the defensive side. Because sweet Jesus, he just got killed. So 4th and 1 here. 9 minutes to go. I would assume preseason, you're probably going to go for it. On the D-line, you've got Chroma right now. And the Bears all over this into the backfield, and the Bears are going to get the stop. There you go. There you go, boys. And guess who's in there? Jordan Vandenberg, gumming up the middle. Really, really good stop by the Bears. Look at this. Chroma in there. Look at Vandenberg taking out 3 people. Good grief. I got to look at that again as we go to commercial. Hold on, pimp. Vandenberg taking on 3 guys. And I mean, they sent the house and you got the stop. Good job by Chroma. Good job by Sewell. A lot of names in there defensively. And that's, bro, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Like, that's the thing for me with a lot of the players. I don't look at this defense. I think I said this earlier in the week. I don't look at this defense and say, this defense is going to be elite. This defense is going to be able to go out there and have the most talent, right? Like, I don't. And I probably never will. But in year 2 of this system, you are clearly seeing a defense, even in these moments, for the guys that have been there and some of the guys that are new, but the guys that have been there, you've seen, okay, we know where we're supposed to be. That means that we know how and where to get 11 hats to the ball. What Sewell? We have 3. Well, that was Neffy Sewell on that one. I believe Noah is still hurt, if I'm not mistaken. But seeing Chroma out there, seeing Vandenberg, seeing, Gallimore and guys like that, like, you're seeing a defense that I wouldn't say that you've got elite names, but as far as in the run game, how you're going to be able to make stops, how you're going to be able to stay consistent and stay competitive, you're going to have to be able to overpower teams with numbers. How do you do that? You have to know your system like the back of your hand. And I think that's what we saw on display there. Neffy Sewell is no relation, I don't think. There's no way he's not related. They're all related. I'm pretty sure that's their younger brother. Am I tripping? I know there's Panay. And a one-on-one matchup, and Scotty Miller with the big catch in the first down. There's 4 of them. There's Panay, there's Noah, there's Neffy, and there's Gabriel. Gabriel is still in college. But Neffy and Noah are on the Bears, and Panay is on Detroit. Here's now dropping back. Keenum getting this left side screen pass. JP Richardson with the catch and run. There's the boy. There you go, JP. First down for JP Richardson. Look at this one. Got this out right. Got the block. You just got to follow your blockers. You just got to follow your blockers, and JP showing the talent that he has. Y'all know I mess with JP heavily, man. That's my guy. But you would like to see him start to move up, because I see the talent as far as wide receiver. It's just a tough team to make. Here's Ahmed. Able to gain about 3 on that one. Second and 7 here. 7:20 to go here in the third quarter. And you know Ben Johnson's expectation is absolutely no different here. As now dropping back, here's Keenum. He's got time. Now pressure starting to get through. And Keenum trying to direct traffic. Instead, just going to throw this one down to Ray McLeod, but it's out of bounds. Case is playing better than Tyson. Well, listen, Case Keenum is a former successful starting quarterback who's now playing versus the threes. Like, we've seen this time and time again, guys. Like, it's even when it's an older player or whatever it is, like, they still got it versus certain competition. Case could probably run this versus these threes in his sleep. As the Bears go to a check here, now dropping back. Case saw something. He steps up. He gets this one over the middle into the hands of Scotty Miller, and that's going to be 4th down there. Fourth and 4. And is the offense going to stay on the field here? No, they're coming off. And now Bears punting this one again, 4th and 4. They punt this one away. Going to be received at about the 24 on that one, and a fair catch called for. And so we'll see Shedeur Sanders back out on the field. Shedeur Led a nice drive last time, but it came up short. Hopefully he doesn't do it again. I'll tell you what. I'm going to have to get a better chair for all this streaming we doing. I had a solid chair, right? I got a solid chair. But I need one of them like $1,500, $2,000 joints that are just mad comfortable because I've been streaming. What I do yesterday, I only did 3 hours yesterday. I think I got off at like 9 o'clock. Maybe only 2 hours yesterday, but I did I did 5 the day before that. So that's 8 hours over the weekend so far. And then of course this Bears game. Hey brother. It's getting to the back. Mario Moore said, Pat, you are truly appreciated, gang, especially during the season. I live in Cali and really get no Bears games on TV. I'm glad that I could be that for y'all, man. And I'm glad that YouTube changed the rules and that ESPN has come around to where I can do this again, right? I wanted to do this a couple of years ago, but y'all know they was not going. So it's like now that we can do this again, I'm glad that I can be back on here. GD Vibe said, Pat the recliner. You know what? I can't go. So I called the game from the couch the other day. And I have realized that if I go too comfortable, I'm more likely to be like, I don't want to be here. Let's get up out of here. So I want to call the games from the desk so that while I'm still comfortable, I'm still up and alert. So I can't go too comfortable. I recommend the Herman Miller Logitech chair, brother. I've already seen it, my guy. If that's the one I'm thinking that you're talking about. And we actually have them in the. Oh no, this is the which one are you talking about? The Embody one or the Vantum one? The Vantum one I've seen before. Crimson said, Pat gonna fall asleep on stream like JC. As a quick stop there and a gain of nothing, maybe even a loss of a yard there for Marshall on that one. KJ Chicago really said, hey, Pat, congratulations on your 100K subs. I remember when you had 10K, man. I remember when we had nothing, brother. It's so cool to have you guys here. It's so cool to have y'all rocking with us in this manner, man. Like, I really appreciate y'all sticking around and staying in tune with us, man. I appreciate all the support that we get from you guys. 2nd and 11 here, 5:36 to go. Shador in shotgun. 2 seconds on the clock. Finally gets this off. Flips the ball down into the hands of Marshall and probably a gain of 6 on that one. Embody, I believe. Yeah, the Embody one that's the first time I've seen that one. That's the one that's to the left. That's the first time I've seen that one. I'm also not, so this is also my problem with the chair. I'm also not a leather chair guy. I don't like a leather chair. I feel like it make me sweat too much. Third and 5 here. Bears need a stop. Shador dropping back. He's in the shotgun. Oh, a really good PBU on that one. And that was Benny Bishop Jr. Really nice play. He read it perfect, dropped back, knew what the play was coming, and got all over that little veteran hip grab. Did y'all see that? Little veteran hip grab to turn the receiver and get the hand in there all in one motion. Make sure the ref can't see it. Beanie Bishop Jr., good play. Really good play. 4th and 5 here. And he's back out there on the special teams now. As this ball is kicked off here. And here come the Bears with a return. And wrapped up there pretty quickly. Decent little return, though. Was Ray McLeod on the return there for about 12 yards. And Case Keenum going back out. Mike Holly said, Raider fan, but always respect good content from you and the crew. Pat, wifey put me on to y'all. Appreciate you, bro. If you're a Raider fan, like I said, we're going to be covering a lot of football. The Raiders are definitely going to be on our docket of people that we're covering over on the Twitch side. We're going to be doing a lot over there as well. Trying to grow that Twitch side, man. Trying to get that Twitch side to the point where it's, 2, 3, 4,000 people on that side, man. That's the goal for this year. Crimson with the membership post there. He said, member for 27 months. Appreciate you, Crimson, rocking with us as long as you have. Said 100K is just the start. The Windy City Breeze is going to be the new voice of the Chicago Bears and FGB. One day, baby. One day. That's what we want to hear. Mario Moore said, I was about to say leather chairs make you sweat like leather seats in a car during the summer. Bro, I'm not a leather guy anywhere. Leather is crazy to me. Like, I hate leather couches. I hate leather chairs. I hate leather seats in a car. The only time a leather seat in a car I rock with is if it's the temperature controlled leather seats. That's the only time I rock with it, bro. Blunt said, background looks like you have an 808 and an unk waiting to relive a Rico dream. Hey, man. We got some good times that happen down here. We have a lot of fun down here. You know what I mean? This is one of them joints where you just push everything to one side and you start dancing and partying. Crimson said, I'm a greasy Italian. I stick to leather like it's Velcro. That be the problem, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that Italian side of me, bro, is like, I mean, you got to peel yourself off a leather. Y'all ever fall asleep on a leather couch? Y'all ever fall asleep on a leather couch? It's the worst thing ever. You just wake up, oh, God, I'm dying. It's like falling asleep on that plastic that your grandmama used to have on the couch. Bears offense back on the field. Case Keenum back out there, 4:28 to go. Dropping back here. Keenum surveying the field. Gets this ball out. A nice pass there to Ray McLeod, who makes the catch on that one for the first down. Have a seat. Bernard Tony joining the super fans. Welcome into the Breeze super fans, my boy. Appreciate you supporting the channel like that. Here's now dropping back, handing this football off. And Britton Brown on the carry on that one. Gain of about 3 on that. And so in a 2nd and 7 situation, here's Keenum. Keenum dropping back. Keeping an eye out. Gets this down into the hands of Brown. Brown fighting forward. He's going to be short of the first down by about a yard. And so the Bears need 2 on this one. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bears in shotgun. They call Ray into motion. Handing this off to Britton Brown. Britton Brown going nowhere on that one. Ends up going backwards, actually. And so that'll be a 4th and 3 now. Mario Moore said 320 in the chat. Sicko fans activated. Yeah, bro. Hey, listen, if you here for a preseason live, are you a Sika fan? 100%. Do I love you? 100%. If you here for the preseason, bro, it's the same people that was here, bro. We had 200 people in there. Oh, we're going for this on fourth down. Keenum, he wants to deliver a strike and does into the hands of Ray McLeod, who's down to the 10. Case Keenum cooking out here. And Ray McLeod putting something on display that you really want to see after signing him, after some of the injuries that the Bears have had. Even, oh, is that a smile from Ben Johnson? Was that a little smile from Ben Johnson? You want to see somebody who can come in when signed off of the, as handing this one off to Brown here. Brown fighting his way through. And he picked up about 8. But I just, like, you want to see guys like that make an impact almost right away, just to say, not even that it has to be phenomenal, but just to say, hey, look, it was logical to bring you in here. Let's see if we can give you a little bit more. Black Ned Flanders said, I think he smirked a bit. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, gave you a little, I don't know. Black Ned Flanders, or I'm sorry, Lord Crimson said, I don't really get into preseason, but I'll absolutely hang out with the Windy City Breeze as they get this one over to Brown for a touchdown. Touchdown Bears. 23-10. The Chicago Bears move down the field and put it in for another 6. And Britton Brown on the receiving end of that touchdown. Boom. This is unfair. K&, appreciate the super chat. $2 super chat. He said, bear down, hit that like button, guys. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Seeing Case Keenum versus the threes is unfair, bro. That's actually mean. It's I'm very surprised that we saw him in this game. And maybe Case was like, nah, I want to get some run to get some reps in because you never know. But I definitely thought that we were going to see Tyson Bagent into heavy Miller Moss. Slimbo Boogie said, Ben Johnson said he wants to blow out teams. That starts today. Yeah. Blunt said, I have more kids than Pat. No donate, but still hit that like. Appreciate you, bro. Bernard Tony said, good looking, Pat. Always been a supporter of the Windy City Breeze. It was a pleasure seeing you at camp. Nothing but love. Son of a! It's good to see you, my boy. Appreciate the super chat as well. Black Ned Flanders said, Case out there bullying them dudes, he's gonna mess around and get some people on Cleveland cut. Bro, honestly, yes, bro. As Booth getting that ball out to the 30 off of the kickoff. Like, it's just, it's one of those things where it's like, look, like, even no matter what you think he is, can he play with the ones? Probably not anymore. You know, can he go out there with the 2s and dominate? You know what? He might have some struggles, but he probably still could cook versus y'all. Right, just because he knows the game. Versus the 3s, bro, like they trying to figure out football. Case on that pass literally dropped back, immediately read the coverage before the play even started, looked at Britton and said, boom, and he had a walk-in touchdown. Here's now dropping back Shedeur Sanders, getting his ball out right. Oh, floated it up there, got it into the hands of his man, but a really good stop by that Bears defense. That was Skylar Thomas and Ruben Hippolyte coming together to knock that ball out. I mean, he put it right into the hands of his team. That was to Lavardian. Or Larvaden. Here's Sanders now. Good play action, or good handoff on that one. Really good fake by Shedeur on that, but that's outside. Run of about 5 yards on that one. Sanders, the running back, got that one. And you know what? I'm seeing some good snaps out of Ruben Hippolyte. I'm not going to lie to you. And that is going to be the end of the quarter there. Shedeur trying to check something before the quarter came to an end. Well done. Well done. Mr. Jabberwocky said, wonder how real the Browns QB competition is. I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, say what you want about, you know, where Shedeur is, where Deshaun is, whatever it is. Deshaun Watson, it's over. They're just trying to recruit any kind of value out of Deshaun or build him up to be a player that eventually you can move on from because there is no trade value for Deshaun Watson right now. But, like, Deshaun Watson is not good, and that's okay. It's over. For me, if I'm the Browns, I do put him out there first in preseason. I let Shedeur kind of get comfortable and figure things out. I would start the season with Deshaun as the starting quarterback. But your future is in one of the two guys you drafted or somebody who's not on the roster yet. It is not going to be Deshaun Watson. Slim Boogie said Bagent could win the Browns QB competition. Honestly, yeah. Pat, do you have any thoughts on the running back 3 race so far in camp? Listen, I've told you guys about Ahmed a ton over the last couple of days. We've talked about him over the last probably week and a half, and I've said, listen, like there could be a running back competition. What I was seeing out of Ahmed, and again, this was when he was in with the 1s and the 2s because Kyle Monangai was hurt. Ahmed was cooking then, right? So I was like, there could be a legitimate running back 2 competition because of the explosiveness that Ahmed can show and because of the ability that he has to catch the football out of the backfield as well. But then Kyle Monangai came back and he was like, look, I'm still Kyle Monangai. And I think he's shown a lot more elusiveness. So you've seen some good things out of him as well. So, like, to me, what I would say for, you know, this team is if you're talking about the guys that have shocked me and have been the most explosive, I would say Ahmed gets the advantage in that running back 3 competition. But Britton Brown is very good. Roschon Johnson can make neither of them, right? You're looking to throw out there as running backs. But Roschon Johnson is helpful for you on the special team side of things as well. So it's like you have to weigh which of the 3 are going to be more important. As now Sanders getting this ball out left side, and that is into the hands of Larvaden for a gain of about 8 on that one and a first down. Smitty in the building said, what up? What's going on, my bro? The Bender over on the Twitch side said, Browns trying to draft Arch Manning after this season. Yeah, probably, bro. Honestly, probably. Here's now drop it back. Shedeur got that one short into the hands of Sanders, but lit him up pretty quickly there. Second and 8 here. Wasn't Arch trash last year? Yeah, I wouldn't say trash. As now Shador stepping in, that ball tipped up in the air. Good defense there. Was that Lynch again on that one? Was that Lynch again on that one? Or was that Loving? It might have been Loving. Cribs has said Arch going to Arizona first overall. I think y'all might have something with Carson Beck, bro. You might want to stick with that. Beanie Bishop is going to make the 53 in my opinion. Could. Definitely could. The Manning family will never let Arch go to Cleveland. That is a conversation I actually didn't think about. As now Shador threw up a bacon, egg, and cheese, and that one's going to be picked off. Here comes the Bears the other way as Bishop with the pick. Beanie Bishop Jr. You want to talk about a guy that's going to make the 53. That's how you get it done. Now, granted, Shador absolutely tossed up. That's a bad pass. No matter who you were throwing that to, that was just a god-awful pass by Shador Sanders. Hey, bro. I've never seen Ben smile this much on the sideline. His wife must have told him, you got to smile. His wife must have told him, you got to smile. As Miller Moss now into the game, handing this one off to Britton Brown, who almost got decapitated by Izzard on that one, loss of 2. Black Ned Flanders said, yeah, Ben Johnson definitely just smiled. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, his wife must have been like, you can smile on the sideline. You don't need to be staring down the soul of the world. There is something to becoming too evil. You know what I mean? 2nd and 12 here. Here's Miller Moss dropping back. Pressure almost getting to him. He saw something. Oh, that ball tipped off of the hands. Miller Moss delivered a bullet in there. Look at Ozzie Trapillo on the sideline. We're seeing Ozzie. We're seeing Braxton. As 12:44 in here. KJ Chicago Gorilla said the NFL has a QB development problem. Why not draft a QB? Why draft a QB that's not ready, then release or trade them because they're not ready? Yeah. And here's Miller Moss dropping back. And is that a false start? That's a timeout there. Timeout for the Bears. He's on that. I'm the NFL villain. I want all the smoke art. Yeah, but there's a. I feel like there's a lot of. What's the conversation? You don't want to be too evil. You know what I mean? You don't want everybody to hate you. You still want to be able to be likable to some people outside of the city. But then again, Bill Belichick was a villain. And he cooked. Change the score on the screen. Did it not apply? Hold on, let me see. Oh, it didn't. Okay. I also got to do that. Bang. Good looking out. 3rd and 12 here. Here's Miller Moss. And boy, the 3s and the 4s are definitely in. It's Kadar Ishmael. XFL calling for players who can't cut it in the league. Yeah, well, listen, that's what happens, bro. Austin Reed left the league, went to the UFL or whatever it's called now, and literally turned himself into one of the best quarterbacks in that league. Is Miller Moss now dropping back? A lot of pressure on him. He rolls out right. trying to create something out of nothing. Gets this over, attempted to Ray McCloud, but essentially was going out of bounds. And that is going to be how the first drive of Miller Moss comes to an end. Here comes Tory Taylor. Same thing happened to Ian Wheeler. Yeah, bro. The UFL is going to take those guys. And you know what it looked like watching Austin Reed out there, who's now back with the Baltimore Ravens. So congratulations to him. It truly looks like when, what was Buddy's name? When Case was in with the threes just now. Oh! Couldn't save that when Torrey punted it. And he slipped into the end zone trying to save it. But was he out of the end zone when he caught the ball? Hayden Davis, I think he was out of the end zone when he caught the ball. And the ball stops wherever you're out at, not where you end up landing at. Ian Wheeler got signed somewhere, didn't he? I don't know where Ian Wheeler is. He might still be in the UFL. Let's see. No, you're right. He's on the Buffalo Bills. Shout out to Ian Wheeler. Salvon Ahmed looked better than Rojo. He did. He definitely did. Will you ever drop a 53-man roster prediction? This is going to be a very competitive roster to make perhaps more than usual. Yeah, we'll do one probably right before cut down day. In all honesty, though, I'm trying to. I feel like the roster just kind of is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't sit there and look at this roster and go, oh, it's going to be so tough to make. I think the guys that are going to make it are going to make it. And the guys that it is tough for them to make it, we're probably not going to care that much about. You know what I mean? Like, that sounds crazy to say, but it's like, even normally during camp, we do the on the bubble episode. Who's on the bubble? Who's your on the bubble guys? I don't really care about the people that are on the bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, it might be Roschon Johnson. If Roschon Johnson is not here this year, by week 2, we will not be like, Roschon, where are you? We're just going to be like, yeah, they got rid of Roschon Johnson. Ian had 7 carries for 41 yards and a touchdown today. Shout out to Ian Wheeler. Well done. Hey, who all caught Madden? As y'all can see, I got that prominently up here. That will probably be up here for the rest of my days. But no, it was a must cop. It was a must cop, and it's a really fun game. I'm not here for the user catch just yet. I'm not a fan of the user catch just yet. As now, handoff here, running this ball for a gain of about 4 on that is Dylan Gabriel checking in now at the quarterback position. Dylan Gabriel, you want to talk about somebody that does not look like they belong in the NFL? Dylan Gabriel. Just small. I can't even say like a Bryce Young prototype. He looked really bad last year. As here's Gabriel taking his time, flips this down into the hands of Sanders again, and that's going to be a gain of about 5 on that one. I haven't bought Madden since 05, Ray Lewis special edition. You know what is crazy too? And maybe, like, I guess for the people that you could just buy these and you could buy, right, like print the whatever the thing out and then buy a case for it. But I just was like, bro, I actually want to have the physical copy of this game, because who knows when you're going to see a quarterback back on the cover. Is now dropping back, Gabriel rolling right and running right. He gets the first down and then some. A 6-yard run there from Dylan Gabriel. You could turn it off completely, or personally, I leave it on for the deep catches. That's kind of what I've done. I've set mine up to where like 10 plus yards, but I can't. The timing it up for me is the part that's too tough. You know what I mean? Like the timing it up, when they're contested or when they're not, their rating plays into it. But some people get it down pat, bro. Some people get it down pat. As dropping back, here's Gabriel dancing in the pocket and just fell down. He just gave up on the play. Yeah, bro, it ain't gonna be him. Yeah, that's why he started last. That's why he started last. That's that was a loss of line. What just happened? What just happened? What the heck was that, bro? Dylan Gabriel just fell down on his own. And now he's getting pressured. Here comes Gabriel rolling right and delivers a good pass. About a 6-yard pass on that into the hands of Ryan. Nefi, Sewell, and Thomas in on that tackle. Bro, what just happened, bro? That's really funny. You should see if you could get Caleb to sign it. I should see if I can get Caleb to sign it, but I never ask for signatures in the locker room. I'm not that guy. If I see Caleb on some like out stuff, maybe I'd ask them, but like I almost never ask. Here's 3rd and long for Dylan Gabriel. 3rd and 13, 9:11 left on the clock. Big ball, and he threw up a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. And is that Beanie Bishop again? I think it is. Yes, it is. Beanie Bishop with his 2nd pick of the day. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. All right, stop. Bring that here. Why do you even have that? See that. Hey, turn the PlayStation on. My PlayStation. Oh, dog. That's so funny to me, bro. Beanie Bishop with his 2nd pick of the day. I mean, just threw up. The easiest thing. He's gotten 2 of the easiest picks he may ever get in his life. Here's Miller Moss now dropping back. Had time. Delivers a deep shot. Oh, almost got it into the hands of Caden Davis. Might have taken a little bit of a shot on that one as he got the ball up there. What just happened? Go see if everything okay. Huh? I'll be right back, y'all. Well, that was eventful. Good grief. Did anything happen while I was away? Sorry about that, y'all. As dropping back here is Miller Moss. Moss taking his time. Ball tipped up in the air. Could have had an interception. And that's going to be 4th and 10. Good grief. Brandon Gray. Yeah, I'm good. My my wife took a slip down the stairs because the kids haven't figured out don't leave toys on the steps yet. So I had to go make sure that she was okay. As this kick is up, 49-yard attempt. That kick is good. And the Bears take a 27-10 lead. Black Dead Flanders. Oh no, yeah. It was, I was just like, Kadoom. And I was like, is that okay? Is everything okay? And usually when I hear loud bangs, I'm just like, all right, if I don't hear anything, everything's probably fine because no one's crying. It was not the case this time. She's okay. She gonna be sore for sure, but that means I gotta play Dr. Pat over the next couple of days. Hot compress, cold compress, hot compress, cold compress. Lots of Advil. Third Gen said, man, my 5-year-old left a toy car on the stairs. I thought I was gonna die. Bro, listen. I have stepped up. The thing for me is, right, like I got good, I don't know how I developed it because the family does not, but I have good feet. So like I stepped on, I don't remember what it was. It wasn't a Lego, but it was like something that had like sharp points on it. And I thought I was going to go, but I was able to like land my foot perfect. But my ankle was like, hey, brother, we ain't had that much pressure on us in a while. Next time you do that, I'll snap you. Mr. Jabberwocky said, you got to investigate the loud noises when you got little ones running around. Well, you got to investigate it. So when you hear the loud bang, you go like, all right, let me see. As long as you don't hear no glass or nothing. You be like, let me see. And then you'd be like, nobody cried. And they started moving again. All right, bet. I heard the loud bang. I didn't hear nobody cry. But then I didn't hear the cry, or I didn't hear the get up and move after. That's why I ran off. All right, well, back to this game. We are in the dog days of this game. Rub some black seed oil on it with lavender and peppermint. That definitely will get the job done too. Here's now kick return, brought back out to about the 30. Oh my God. Oh, he's out. And Nefi Sewell is on the ground now. And he had the arm twitch. Like he was knocked out. Oh my goodness. That looked like Tua almost. And they've gone to the zoomed out camera here. You've got players on one knee on both sides. As Nefi Sewell went down hard on that one. That's concerning. Crimson sent 5 Windy City Breeze membership gifts. Appreciate you, Crimson. We got up on in this mug. KJ Chicago Rilla. We got Willie Beeman. We got Devin in this bit. We got Devo97 and Brandon Green all getting membership tags. Appreciate you, Crimson, supporting the channel in that way, man. That's concerning, bro. Sewell was having a pretty good day today, too. And we're going to take a break here. I would assume you probably got a card or something coming out here when you see him twitching like that. I mean, it's just never a good thing. Mikey Day, overall, what did we learn? Are we talking about the game or are we talking about in this second half? Are you talking about for the whole game? For the whole game, my big takeaway, I'm more confident in this run defense than I was now seeing it against another team. And this was a solid running team last year in the Cleveland Browns. So, again, new things are happening there. You've got Monken, who is taking over there. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's apples to apples, but you would think that that run game would come back strong. And the Bears have done a really, really good job against that today. Only allowing 55 total rushing yards on 23 carries, 2.4 yards per carry. KC Concepcion has the longest one with that end around pass in that outside zone. So I think you've seen, my biggest takeaway from today. Do I think the Bears defense is going to be elite? I personally don't. But do I think that that run game is going to be able to step up and make plays? That I do. Tim Basemore said, hey, Pat, do you think Malik Muhammad will play nickel? Right now, I do. I think that, you saw him out there some on the outside with Tyreek Stevenson out at practice, but with Tyreek not playing today, you saw him much more in that nickel position. There were some times where he got advantage taken of him. There were some times where you saw him be able to get out there and make the play. There's going to be ups and downs with that. Things just happen a lot quicker at that nickel position. And so I think that there's going to be an adjustment period with that, but I think that he is going to probably end up playing nickel. How many minutes are left? I believe we've got 8:36 to go still in this game. Kiran looked like a clear-cut winner compared to Wills. Yeah, I would say that as well. I thought Kiran Amegadjie, a guy who I've seen go out there versus some of the guys on the Bears that I would say you should be beating him as somebody who's been in this system or been in this system 2 years, been in the league, I believe 3 years to this point. Kiran did a really good job on that left side and looked solid, looked like somebody that you could count on that left side, showed you some consistencies on that left side when the best that was out there for Cleveland was available. Now, again, that's not Jared Verse. And the Bears getting in there to stop a run yet again, nothing gained on that one. As Sanborn getting in there on that tackle. Booth on the run. Ooh. Silver Harvest said, so either it's Cleveland still sucks or the Bears at least have depth now that is better than the starters. As this ball thrown over the middle from Gabriel into the hands of LeVerden. Howie R. Bear said, Pat, I got the TV muted and listening to you what they say when Jordan Vandenberg was on the screen. Well, I've got the TV muted too because I'm trying to call this game. So, or I got it down so low that I can't really hear it over myself talking. I shouldn't say I have it muted. I like a little bit of crowd noise. I like to hear a little crowd noise. You know what I'm saying? I would love to find a way to patch in just the crowd noise without the play-by-play on the game. And now another sack from Chroma. Chroma is having a day. Another one. You got to give him his flowers. Fourth and 12. And Chroma showing you something here versus the 2s and the 3s. I said all that to say, I don't know what they said about Jordan Vandenberg. I would assume they just told you his story about him coming from South Africa and going to junior college and things like that, and now being in the NFL. It's a very good story. As here's now Caden Davis recovering the punt. He's going to take this out. He's past the 20, 25, 30 before he finally gets knocked out of bounds. Really good punt return there. And that's going to be, that was a 67-yard punt that was returned for 25 yards out to the Bears 30. Then he walked on in JC, then became an NFL player. Yeah. That's what I figured they were talking about. As now, here's Miller Moss getting this ball out to the right side here. Oh, hard hit there from Ishmael. They get a gain of 8 on that one. And that's going to be second down. Zero Gray said, what's with Dylan Tucker? I don't know, bro. I don't know. 5:43 to go here in the game, 2nd and 2. Turn around and handing this football off and lit up immediately was Bennett. Coleman Bennett. Loss of 3 on that one. He got absolutely crushed. Yeah, no, he was like running away from sacks. Like I'll give this Bears defense, some credit. What we saw in that with the third strings in, like he was doing everything he could to not die. That's pretty much what Dylan looked like out there. As Miller Moss getting this quick pass out on the right side here to JP Richardson, and JP's got a lane. Okay, JP. Okay, JP. That's what I'm talking about, my boy. Good screen pass there. Followed his blockers well. Caught it. Takes off. Seeing Theo Benedette out there leading the way. Good stuff. 3rd and Jaden is really funny, GD vibes. 3rd and Jaden is really funny, actually. As it's 1st and 10. And here's Miller Moss now dropping back. He's going to deliver one over the middle, and a beautiful pass there. Into the hands of Ray McLeod, a 22-yard pass, and you're starting to see the explosives on display. Bro, the bots are here early, bro. The whiteouts doing their thing today. Devo said, Pat, how much longer do you think it'll be until we're looking for a new kicker? I don't know, dog. Like they love Cairo in there because of the consistency. As they hand this one off yet again to Bennett, and Bennett pretty much wrapped up immediately, but we got a flag on the field. Shout out to the refs in this game for not flagging it up. Nobody wants to see flags during preseason, bro. Nobody, I get it, you got to do it, but like You know, do it when it gets egregious on some of the plays, bro. Like, nobody wants to see a preseason game with 65 flags in it. Cribs said, what you mean? Santos is the most accurate kicker in Bears history, right? He is. But the fact that you can't trust Cairo Santos, we got a face mask that's going to go against the defense. The fact that you can't trust Cairo Santos to make a 50-plus yard kick is concerning. There's going to be moments where you're going to need a 50-plus yard kick. And Shay Norling, who I do the Chicago Bears podcast with, he said something one time, and it's kind of how I feel with Cairo now. It's not to say that I think Cairo's bad, but like every kick that you can't send him out for because he doesn't have enough leg, you kind of got to count that as a missed kick because you're punting in those situations. That's points that you're taking off of the board. By the way, as we're down into the red zone, first time here with Miller Moss. Now handing this off to Bennett. Bennett running strong and getting a strong gain on that one. Gain of about 8 on that one. Veracity said Bears are going 17-0. Second and 2 here, 27-10, 2:50 to go. Ben still got the foot on the gas. They're not trying to score as they hand this one off to Bennett. Bennett with a stiff arm in the backfield. He's got to beat some guys out and does for the touchdown. Coleman Bennett, and he takes out the sound guy. And it continues to get big. Ben Johnson said he wants blowouts, and that is what he has here. Good bounce outside there by Coleman Bennett. You got to beat him to the edge, and he did. Oh, the sound guy. Oh, no, look at him. Look at the sound guy. He's fighting for his life here. As this one is snapped back, kick up good. 34-10, the Bears lead here. Coleman Bennett doing a good job to finish off a struggling drive for him. Honestly, he was not very good on that drive until those last 2 runs. Brandon Green said he went twinkle toes to get to that corner. Definitely did. Shout out to the Fred Flintstone reference, though. Bears Junkie said RIP to the sound guy. He definitely took that guy out with no remorse. Bears got a lot of talent. Hopefully that left tackle situation works out. Well, listen, the left tackle situation working out would basically just be Ozzie Trapillo comes back and looks like Ozzie Trapillo. What's going on with this bear hat that I'm seeing people wear? It's clearly supposed to be a bear. Have y'all seen this? I saw this in, I don't know if it was a joint practice. I saw a couple people in the stands that have had this hat. And bro, it looks like a beaver. Did y'all notice that? Like, it looks like a beaver with giant claws. It does not look like a bear. Feel like somebody got duped in that one. I know you can't make it look like the bear for copyright reasons when you're doing this, but it should look like a bear. Silver Harvest said, looks like a lion. I guess I could see lion a little bit, as this one now being returned back out just across the 40 off of the Tory Taylor kickoff on that one. Why are Charlie Brown and Snoopy on the field? I guess the kids were out there playing a little bit of flag football and real football. I'm rocking my cheese grater hat all season. I'm with you. I hear you. But it looks like a cheese grater. Like if you had a cheese grater hat and it looked like a zester, I'd be like, hey, bro, like that's not the right appliance. That's not the right utensil for you there. 2nd and 3 here, 2:15 to go. The Bears did a Peanuts Kids promo today. Okay, all right, cool. Crimson said, a beaver hat, huh? Hey, call it what you want, brother. But I ain't no snitch. As the 2-minute warning getting here, we're at 2nd and 3. And I'm sure there's going to be a commercial break. Prayers to Jamal Adams, a non-contact injury, and was carted off of the field. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. Actually, I don't even have another game going here. That's the one thing that you don't want to see. And we got to see what's going to happen with Sewell here. They didn't say anything or really show anything, or maybe they said something on the broadcast and I just didn't hear it, but it did not look good for Sewell on there. Bro, they didn't even go to commercial. Let's see what this Minnesota game looked like. Is now dropping back, handing this one off, and this is going to be a big run on the outside here. 28-yard run for Booth before being pushed out of bounds by Skylar Thomas. Also, Pass, what are your thoughts on Jackson Dart playing in the preseason, knowing his injury history? I think you got to, don't you? It's a new system. It's a new scheme. It's a new team. There's a lot new. Same players, but as now the blitz coming through, almost getting to Gabriel, but he actually makes a play on that one. Manning got back there on that. Bro, the bots are going crazy here early in the year as we're running this one out. Right side, Booth getting wrapped up on that one. Josh Blackwell in on the tackle. Hey, Brandon Green said the bots in regular season form. Bro, the bots going crazy, bro. Has there been any update on Shamar Turner or Keyshawn Elliott? Not as of yet. We have seen, I guess, an update in a sense, right? We've seen Shamar out there working with the defense. We've seen him, going through some individual things, nothing with the team as of yet. But it's good to see him back out there in any capacity after the injury he had last year. As Gabriel, a little delayed handoff. And getting to the outside is Booth. Booth with a little bit of lane in front of him, and Jack Sanborn in on the tackle there. And so that's going to be first down here with 45 seconds to go. Baki said, "Gotcha, Pat. I'm switching to YouTube to control your bots disease." Do I not have more moderators in here? I'd be scared to give some of y'all moderating power, though. Y'all be looking to block mugs. But I thought I had more moderators in here. I'm going to have to add some more. Start going through the list. As a Bears super fan, maybe I'll make you a moderator if you're trustworthy. $34-10, 15 seconds to go, second and goal And I love this. I'm seeing Al Harris still coaching. I'm seeing Dennis Allen still coaching. Add Al Harris telling his DBs, look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. And now dropping back, Gabriel delivering this ball. It is short and a really good wrap up there. A really good wrap up there by Manning. And that is going to be how the game ends. The Chicago Bears get their first victory of the preseason. Let me get a bird down in the chat. Drop the bird downs in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see. Liked what I saw on display today. Got to get up out of here because got to prepare now for the upcoming post game show. If you want to continue to hear me along with Jason McKee, make sure to tune in on the ESPN Chicago page for the post game show. Some names that stood out to me: Chroma, obviously; Beanie Bishop, obviously, and when you got to see Jordan Vandenberg versus legitimate competition, to me, again, seeing that stand out as well. And that running back room is going to be one that I think is going to be incredibly competitive. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do if you're on the YouTube side, and if you're on the Twitch side and you are a follower and not a subscriber, sub up, man. We appreciate y'all for showing love as well. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Big Bed Dons, one love.